Who scored his 28th goal for City this season.
See? BBC love me, man. They love me. They call me. Mwah! They know I'm making it, man. I'm going to win the league. Mwah! Guys, mwah! See you at the terrace, guys. Hey! Let me do a little dance. I'll see you at La. Hey! A little dance, bro. You see this? I have to play like this. We when Santos used to win the league. Men against boys. Ateta! Ateta! We're coming for you, boys. Ateta! Ateta! I'm coming for you, boys. Ateta! Can you hear me? You will get what we want. This season is our season. It's our title. What a performance. Jackie, from halfway, beats David Beckham.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I love Hamza. Big up to every single one of you guys. Please do make sure you guys are liking the video. Do make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. That's the only time I'll smile, I promise, on today's video after that embarrassment of a performance last night. Look, we've already got like 250 people in the building. Big up to you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Every single one of you, please like the video right now and subscribe, because I don't want to keep interrupting the show to tell you to do it. So if you're watching this right now or on the replay, just directly close the live chat and hit the like button. The Sanderson show is in the description. That's where you can find your UFC content. The Matt One show is in the description. You can find him playing FIFA over there and doing different streams as well. I think he did a couple gaming streams as well over there. And you can find Kopish as well in the description. Tom Little, the one on YouTube, Insta, Twitter, the works. He was live 4 days ago. Very proud. Felt like a proud, brother to Tom after seeing that. So, big up to all the guys. Big up to all of you guys in the chat right now. And let's just get straight into it. Let's just put all the...
Before we get started, can we talk about how damaged Matt's rep is in the chat? How's Castro putting up no way Matt showed up today? His rep is that damaged. People are shocked when you turn up on a Monday.
I think people are shocked. You were here last Monday.
No,
yeah,
he wasn't.
But people, I don't know. Last Monday I wasn't. It was the Monday before.
Last Monday was Jamie Phillips.
I think people are just shocked now when I turn up to streams. Sometimes I just don't turn up.
Fair. Guys, when it comes to the Spurs game. By the way, Callum, just out of curiosity, did you go back and watch the second half or you didn't? You didn't watch it, really?
What? Why would I?
No, I mean, just because you said you didn't watch it yesterday.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Matt, tell me, let's start over you. Tell me your thoughts on the game yesterday and how you feel right now.
Do you really want my honest thoughts on the game?
Yes, 100%.
Is this video monetized?
Yes, it is monetized.
Apologies if you get demonetized. No, I'm joking. All right, let me say this first. We're actually embarrassing. We're really embarrassing. We're pathetic, and we just allowed a team that potentially could get relegated to get a point. Not only are they in a relegation battle, if I'm not mistaken, they hadn't won a game since December. But I shouldn't be shocked though, because this is the same team that lost 9 games in 12. This is the same team that's also allowed the most amount of equalizers or match winners against us in 90 minutes as well. We've broken a record this season. We've also probably broken another record for being one of the worst title defending teams of all time. I'm kind of just sick to death of saying the same thing. And when people like Cal, N, Savage, I wasn't quite there yet, but there's others, maybe even Monts was saying slot out in November. There's a reason why people were saying slot out in November, because they could see what was transpiring. I'm not having a go at people for saying you were slotting, because even I was unsure. But it just makes things a bit more clearer and easier to understand. We are not going anywhere with this manager. Even if we was to somehow finish in the top 3, which now looks very unlikely, we're not going anywhere. Every single time this Liverpool team is under a little bit of pressure, we crumble. Do you want to know why? Because we are now in Arne Slot's image. This is how he wants us to play football. We're not an aggressive team. We're a passive team. We're weak. We're pathetic. That's what we are. And we allow the Spurs team to almost get a winner in the dying minutes of the game. every single player out there that puts on that shirt should be putting in 100%, maybe even more, for every single minute they're on the pitch. And yet somehow, some way, I've never seen so many individual errors from a Liverpool team in one season. And I don't think it's a coincidence that it's happened under this manager as well. Let me just tell you about the goal that we conceded. It was a goal kick. And Andy Robertson decided to just look at the attacker. Just look at him. Just looked at him. Didn't do anything. Virgil overcommits. Then Joe Gomez decides to do a spin-a-rooney. And before you know it, the ball's in the back of the net. Please explain to me why it didn't surprise you when the goal went in. Because I'm going to tell you lot now, none of you lot were surprised how that happened. Because when it got to about the 70th minute, all Liverpool fans around the world could almost see what was about to happen. Because it happens the majority of the time. If the team can stay in touch with Liverpool after 70th minute, Liverpool will wet the bed. And that's exactly what we do. We just wet the bed. We get shook. I've got the captain who, again, loves to talk, big him up, but still, I need you to stop talking and just do what needs to be done. Take control of the situation. Marshal these man. Say, listen, you man. Robert, don't lose your jewel. My man. Hey, Joey, listen, 70th minute, we've got to lock in. All right, listen, it's only 1-0, but at least we should get a dub. I didn't see none of that. I just saw players waiting to attack, but can't be bothered to defend. How many times did you see Spurs get into our penalty box? How many times did you see Spurs put a cross in? Also, don't get me started with the right back situation. Shout out to all them man that wanted Frimpong right wing because he's fast, innit? Shout out to you lot. And if you get offended by what I'm about to say, that's you, man, innit? That wanted Frimpong right wing because he's quick. There's a reason why me and Callum have said from time he's not a right winger. He doesn't have the technical efficiency to play them. He can't play with his back to goal, and he has one move. Kick the ball and run after it. How is that going to do anything against another athletic defender who's dropped off? So for you to get past him, you would have to be Usain Bolt. It's not going to work. One-dimensional. Look at Rio on the other side. Did you notice when Rio had the ball, Rio had 3 people going over to his side, but when it was Frimpong, Jed Spence done this. He waved man away like it was ISO. I've got this. Don't worry about him. Just going to kick the ball down the line. The manager played a right back at right wing and played a number 10/8 at right back. But these are the same people that will say, give him more time. If he wins the Champions League, I think he shouldn't go. That's your lot's manager. That's your lot's beliefs. Yeah? Bro, I'm going to say one last thing, and then I'm going to really have to process because I really want to go say some mad stuff, but I understand it's only 12:15, isn't it? So I'll do that later. All the people that still believe in this manager, I need you lot to wake up. I don't give a damn if this man wins a FA Cup and a Champions League. I couldn't care less. I will care in terms of trophies for Liverpool, but I don't give a damn about this manager. He is making us worse. He will continue to make us worse. There are probably players that don't want to play for this manager anymore. There are players that probably also want to leave. There are players that don't even care about their futures anymore in this club. Like, I think people just need to understand this is what it's going to be like if he stays. So buckle up your seatbelts, innit? You, man, wanted that, innit? Certain man. That's all I'm going to say. I'll leave it there, man.
Cal and Tom, who wants to follow that off?
Go on, Tom.
You want me to go? It's very damning.
Check, Tom, were you at Anfield yesterday?
No, I could have got like I was about to say, there was 3,000 tickets available on the day of the game.
3,000?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Bro, do you know they put a tweet out?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool put a tweet out basically saying, we ain't filled at the stadium. We need to go and buy some tickets.
You could buy tickets up until they shut an hour, until the ticket offer shut an hour beforehand.
At face value?
Yeah. I I could have bought one to sit in the cop for 39 quid 2 hours before kickoff.
That's where we're at now. Yeah, cool.
The fans are making their voice heard. The fans have made they've made their decision, and it doesn't come through chants like we used to do with Hodgson for England or whatever. It's quieter and it's probably more damning to the football club. They're not buying the tickets. They're not going the games. They're leaving early. They're booing those that stay. Boo at full time. They've said where they are. That a lot of the fans have made it clear where they are. This cannot continue. It will continue, but it cannot continue. Wednesday is unbelievably important for him now. Because he will lose his job if he loses on Wednesday, because there is zero reason to keep him at that point. There is no reason to keep him in a job if we are out the Champions League. On the game, look, we played quite possibly the worst team I've seen in the Premier League this season in terms of quality to actually what they do on the football pitch. Wolves are shit, but Wolves have shit players. I'm not shocked. They still beat us as well. So we can't say all that about them. But Tottenham, for what they are, for how much they've spent to be where they are, to play the way they do, they're probably the worst. We didn't make them look like that, did we? They had more shots. They had more shots on target than us, more big chances than us, and looked more of a threat than us. Our only threat in that game was either our right back smashing in a free kick, or our 17-year-old left winger doing 3v1 ISO ball and creating something out of it. We are the Premier League champions who spent 450 million quid, and we have the same game plan as Wolves do. Give it to the teenager who's started to develop this season. If he doesn't play well, we probably don't play well. Very damning. Very damning. You could tell we were going to concede 30 minutes before we did. 30 minutes before we did. When Richarlison is crap, he's this, he's that, he's whatever. You also, in theory, can't give Richarlison 5 fucking chances to score, because he'll probably end up scoring one of them. So you know how we... Yes, so what? You know how we let him have 5 massive chances in that game? He had 5 massive chances in that game. At what point do we sort of go and book our ideas up and stop giving them chances? The subs were all shite. Every single person who came on that pitch was shite. We got worse with every sub. That's not how they're supposed to work, but we got worse with every sub. Ekitike really fucked me off because he couldn't be arsed. He's incredibly selfish at the best of times. Incredibly self-centered, and you saw that yesterday, especially in the last minute. But off the ball, he was just fucking walking around. Wasn't pressing, wasn't trying to do anything. And I think that the certain players are tapped out of it. The manager, he looks completely devoid of ideas. And the fans can see through it. We're not stupid. We've seen the good and we've seen the bad. We know what we've been in this situation before, where you're coming off a really strong league season, and then the man just starts to implement more of his ideas, and you really start to fade away, and cracks are shown in the team, and players aren't fully on board with it, and legends fall out with the manager. It's like it's a cycle for us. 10 years on from when it happened last, it's happening again. Just under a different manager this time. They cannot allow this to continue. I don't know whether they have to give it to Gerrard till the end of the season. I don't know if they could get Alonso in now or whoever in now. I don't know. But I know that he can't survive this. He can't survive this. There's no way he can survive this. On another weekend where the teams around us have done us a favour with results, we piss it away. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve Champions League football next year. And Szoboszlai obviously did all the interviews yesterday, and obviously they released the thing, don't they, at 12, the embargoed bit, and he's come out and basically had a moan at the fans for leaving early. And whilst I would never leave, I don't leave games early. It's just something I don't do. I understand why people do, especially when you're playing the way you're playing right now. Just for context, we remember what Anfield used to be under Jurgen Klopp. The power that place had, the legacy that place had, the fear factor that put into teams. Jurgen Klopp went how many league seasons unbeaten at Anfield? This is just a collection of the results we've got this year at Anfield. 2-1 loss to a Ruben Amorim Man United, a 3-0 loss to Crystal Palace, a 3-0 loss to Nottingham Forest, a 4-1 loss to PSV Eindhoven, and 4 draws against newly promoted Sunderland, newly promoted Leeds, newly promoted Burnley, and Spurs under Igor Tudor, who had yet to pick up a single point. He's killed the fear factor in the ground. When you are the Liverpool manager and you start to lose the Anfield atmosphere, you start to lose the fear factor, you start to lose the fans. And when you start to lose the fans, it's done. It's done. We're so unfit as well. Why we concede so many late goals because we're so unfit? Why are we always blowing out our arse on the 70th minute? Why have we not at any point this season went, you know what, let's just have a week where we focus on getting the fitness up in the squad, rather than what we do now, which is just fucking match a night at the coffee bar at the AXA and fucking knee jumps into fucking kicking pads. That's all we do. We don't train. Inside training is more so just a fucking... It's like The Office. It's like a fucking sitcom. Oh, what's Wacky Kirkers doing today? Not football. What's Wacky Frimpong doing today? Not football. And then you wonder why when we get into the games, there's no patterns of play. There's no real principles enacted every week. We look so susceptible on the break and we look so toothless going forwards. All this combined, and I just don't see how anyone can continue to blindly back it. I don't see how anyone can continue to blindly back it. I understand that the players have let themselves down this season, 100%. So many of them have failed to hit the level. But when everyone, if I'm in an office and 90% of the workers in the office are failing to hit quotas and failing to hit standards, are they going to sack 90% of the workers, or are they going to go, well, what's the causation for this? Who's the overarching problem here? It's the manager, isn't it? It's always the manager. Because you could get someone else come in and you'd see an improvement out of this. Do you want to know why? Because every other team around us has fucking done it. But yeah, can't wait for Tuesday. We could score only 1 goal against Tottenham Hotspur, who are that crap, and we now go into the next game.
Oh, it's worse than Tuesday, Tom. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, brilliant. Another day of just waiting for brilliance.
Another day of waiting.
We've got to go. We've got to go. After playing a crap Tottenham team and only scored 1 goal against them, our next game, we have to score a minimum of 2.
You know the game after that? 12:30 kickoff against Brighton on Saturday. Callum.
There's not much more I can really add to what Tom and Matt have said. This beyond frustration now, isn't it? Because
sorry, Cal, why have I only just noticed that you sit on a dining room chair?
Matt noticed the reason why.
Dining room chair? What do you mean?
Yeah, so like, you know, you've got like an office chair, and I've got an office chair, and Matt's got an office chair, and then look at Cal's, it's just a fucking wooden chair.
What's the reason?
Don't tell me your fat ass snapped it or something.
No.
Wow, Tom. You can't.
No, because that's the only thing I'm thinking of where you'd be so
not
embarrassed
allowed
over
to
it.
26, Tom.
I had an issue with my last chair.
Have you got hemorrhoids?
No. Pause. What are we doing? No. No, I'm good, Hassab. I'm definitely good.
What issue then are we talking about?
The last chair.
To laugh today,
The
I
last
swear.
chair, it broke bad.
Don't tell me you
But you're
like,
not
threw it
even.
against
But you're
something.
not even fat.
I know.
Don't tell me you like threw. No. Did you like throw it against something? Did
How
you have,
does
like,
this
fucking
chair
angry kid
handle
moments
me?
and
But
throw
your
your
chair
chair?
can't handle
No.
you.
He
How?
just said no. The chair was broken, innit? The chair was kind of broken already, innit? And he kind of
And
just
it completely
Mash up,
gave out. Yeah, it happened on the stream.
completely,
as well.
Oh, it happened on
Which
the
stream?
Which
I'm not
stream?
going to tell you, am I? Like,
Anyone in the comments who remembers which stream it is, please, let's get it
You
up.
won't-
Let's have
you
a
won't
little
be
bit
able
of
to
joy in
find
our
it.
life.
You're better find it. That's the good thing. You're better find it. You're better find it.
Send me the video, chat, please. Send me the
Anyone who
video.
has it, there's a reward on offer. I need to see this.
I was like, Callum ain't even, bro. Callum is like fit. You're fit, like physically. You wouldn't break a chair. I would be the one on the stream to be able to break a chair out of all four of us. But this,
yeah, it was a
it's been
moment.
with me for 4 years now. So
But yeah, no, yeah, Liverpool's just unfortunately the bad gift that keeps on giving. I thought we'd win the game yesterday, but I also was like, I won't be surprised if we don't, because of just how the season goes. We can look, guys, we can harp onto a blue in the face. We know what this manager is. We know what some of these players are. Ultimately, he's not going to sack himself. He can't sack himself. Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, they got some questions to answer. And one thing I don't like is people are getting onto Richard Hughes for the building of the squad. Like, Slot is just as involved in that. And he's the one that he's the one that puts the players on the pitch and gives them tactics to use. If you lot in the chat rat me out, I swear I'll never forgive you. I don't think you'll be able to find it. I genuinely don't.
They won't be able to, bro.
Yeah, I don't think you'll
They won't be able to.
But yeah, like people are going on like Richard Hughes is the reason why Harvey Elliott has been sold or is going to be sold. No, that Slot had made it very clear to Harvey Elliott that he was going to be third choice right winger and third choice number 10. So if you're him, why on earth are you going to stick around at the club when you have ambitions of being a footballer and playing at the highest level? He's treated some of these players awfully, and his man management's bad. His tactics are bad. Press conferences are even worse. I mean, Sobbo's even come out of a quote today where I'm just like, sounds like he's begging the fans rather than just going out there. I never heard any players under Klopp go, we need the fans, we need you guys. We were just there because we knew they were there. I love Sobbo, but it screams of desperation, and to be desperate because we're trying to get top 5.
what did Soboslai say? I must have missed it. What are you guys reacting?
Come out. I'll read it.
There's a few quotes. Where is it?
So he said,
Yeah, recently it's come out. I mean, some of it's from yesterday, but yeah, I think it's some extended stuff.
So he says, I don't think it helps us. After 80 minutes, maybe the people start to go home, so it doesn't help us at all. I think there's a longer version of that.
Trying to look for the quotes.
Yeah, he says, I don't think it helps. Everyone is noticing that, and when we can see the goals, still people are leaving the stadium. I understand the frustration, but we need them. I think it should be a normal that in hard times we stick together even more. We want to make them happy. It's not what we do. It's not that we do it on purpose. They can be angry, but stick with us because we are family. We need you guys. I understand what he's saying, but you have to give us a reason to stick around as well. You have to. Like, we stuck around to the end of Klopp games because we knew there was a high chance we could potentially get something out of the game. When Spurs equalized, I don't think anyone thought, "Oh yeah, we're gonna turn this around and get the win." Are you lot still looking for this video?
Yeah,
You lot have terrible poker faces, by the way.
No, because what I've gathered is at some point 4 months ago, you changed chair. So I'm trying to find which stream it was 4 months ago.
They won't be able to find it. They won't be able to find it. Trust me. It's in the vault, fam. You won't be able to find it.
Just put the fries in the bag, guys. You ain't gonna.
I'm not. I'm actually on Twitter.
I'm being serious. You won't be able to find it. You won't be. If you find it, I'll be real. You should be a fed. Genuinely.
I'm not. I swear, I'm not actually looking for the video. I'm actually looking at the quotes. Also, did you guys see Chris Williams? Did you guys see the Chris Williams lashing out on everyone? Did you guys see
regarding the training?
Yes. How Liverpool?
What's this? What's this? Sorry,
they've been saying that the training is very casual now, and you can see it's reflected in the games. The training's reflected in the games, man.
This is his first tweet, Chris Williams. Remember this: when Slot does eventually leaves, player either indirectly or via reports will comment on how the intensity is back in training. that they now train more and, more importantly, enjoy training again. And then one guy called him out and he says, I have the best access in the world through the turnstile. I moved from reporting on football into another area of sport 3 years ago. And he mentions how people, like later on in that tweet, he mentions how people are like so closed when it comes to the Liverpool related stuff, like in training and like, you know, releasing news and blah, 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 which is stuff that we feared from the beginning when it comes to this conversation. Now, just want to say one thing. I don't want to do another monologue. I want us to just kind of have a conversation more than anything else. But, you know, Matt and Tom covered a lot of what's been said. I said on the Friday show, Friday people tuned in to Kopish thinking they're going to get Callum versus Hussam, and they won't get that again. And Friday, I said, even if Matt was manager or Tom was manager, you have to beat Spurs and you have to beat Galatasaray. There is no excuses. That's the truth. I said, we're not the type of people to just say stuff when it happens. We said these things before it happened. Before a ball was kicked, we said, not beating Spurs is pathetic and sackable, and not beating Galatasaray is pathetic and sackable. I said these things to both. And we go against Tottenham Hotspur, and we end up losing. And there's stuff that, you know, I'm actually surprised that none of you guys mentioned. So I'll be the one that mentions it, because this is very important. Because, you know, someone might be watching this video down the line and, you know, he wants to just be reminded of this game and stuff like this. So these are the players that were out for Spurs. Gallagher, Udogi, Davies, Romero, Van de Ven, Kulusevski, Madison, Palhinha, Bergval, Bentancur, Bissouma, Kudus, and Odobert. I just counted 13 players out for Tottenham Hotspur, of which they're all starter-level players for Spurs. We just drew to Spurs' B team. People need to deep this. And, I'm going to make this worse, chat. If Vicario wasn't such a useless goalkeeper, Liverpool would have literally lost the game. Because any decent goalkeeper saves that free kick. Let's be honest. That was a decent height and everything. That wasn't some elite free kick. That wasn't Szoboszlai versus Arsenal. That wasn't one of them free kicks. That wasn't
or City.
Or City, yeah. That wasn't Szoboszlai versus City. That was straightened down the goal, and he ended up putting it in the back of his own net. For me, Arne Slot must go, because there is no other solution. In science, there's something called controlled experiment, when you keep everything consistent and you change one variable. Let's just look at quickly what's happened throughout the season. Alisson has played in goal. Mamardashvili has played in goal. Right back, Frimpong, Bradley, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones. Centre backs, Leone, Gomez, Konate, Van Dijk. Left back, Robertson and Kerkez. Midfield pivots, combinations of Jones, Szoboszlai, Endo, McAllister, and Gravenberg. In the 10 Verts, in the 10 Szoboszlai, in the 10 Curtis Jones. On the right, Salah. On the right, Frimpong.
In the 10 McAllister.
Right, Chiesa.
McAllister 10 as well.
Yeah. On the right, Chiesa. Up top, Isak, Ekitike, Chiesa. On the left, Gakpo, Rio, Chiesa. And every single Verts and every single scenario, we look like crap. This is the main issue. Every single formation, every single player playing down the right, we look like crap. Florian Wirtz needs pacey wingers to unlock him. He played with pacey wingers yesterday. Why wasn't he unlocked?
He didn't play with pacey wingers. We played with one pacey winger and one pacey right wing back.
Yes, right wing back. But the point is, why wasn't he unlocked last night? He played with two pacey wingers. Why? The players are not playing for this manager. They lack confidence. They lack belief in themselves. They lack ideas. Florian Wirtz is shooting the ball at the ground. Florian Wirtz is being slid through by Rio Gomoa, and he's shooting it like a 3-year-old. Ekitike is coming on, making negative impact. Robertson's getting bullied by a random player losing a ball in the air. Virgil van Dijk is getting shoved out the way by Kolo Muani. Let's deep this. Liverpool spent 450 million and our best player was a 17-year-old yesterday. How is that possible? Even under Brendan Rodgers, we didn't lose this many games at Anfield, by the way. Are people aware of that? And by the way, this includes the bad Brendan Rodgers team. This is like the bad teams. Not the Suarez, Sterling, Sturridge one, the bad ones.
Yeah.
This is the most depressed thing. For me right now, the fact that there is no club statement tells me everything I need to know about how much of a pathetic institution we have come. And it's summarized by Chris Williams' rants, where he speaks about how the club is essentially North Korea 2.0, and they just spread the stuff that they want to spread out. And I'm not talking about Salah's performances. I'm just talking about a journalistic approach to things. Remember when Mo fell out with the club and the journalist came out and said, Mo has no friends within the club, and he has distanced himself from everyone and blah, blah, blah. And 3 months later, the same people put out an article going like, oh, he has helped Wirtz settle in, and he has helped this, and he's a good leader. And the coffee shop boys articles. So you're not actually journalists. You're just reporting, and you're just basically tweeting out what the club asks you to tweet out. So you are a mouthpiece for the football club. So you're not actually doing your job in a legitimate manner of actually being a journalist for Liverpool Football Club. You're just spewing the stuff that the club tell you. Yeah. And all these things put together right now, we're now at a stage where I am going to speak for Callum, and I am going to speak for Matt, and I am going to speak for Tom. This is now beyond
you don't
just
speak for me.
No, I will speak for you. This is beyond just slot. We're now going to be looking at Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards as to why haven't you taken that decision yet?
Facts.
Why haven't you taken that decision yet? I don't care if you do 100 sit-down videos about how you love each other and you message each other daily and you massage each other's feet and you have fantastic tea every day together. I don't care. And no one cares when we watch those performances week in, week out. We just drew to Tottenham Hotspur's B team at Anfield. They're 17th. We absolutely disgusting. The performance is disgusting, and the manager should be made to walk to Liverpool Airport. And this Wednesday, come back against Galatasaray. Do me a favor, bro. I'm now looking at the Galatasaray game like they're Real Madrid. That's how I'm looking at Galatasaray, because we suck. And it wouldn't shock me whatsoever if we lose to Galatasaray. Forget, by the way, get knocked out by a draw or something. If we lose this Wednesday, it wouldn't shock me. It actually wouldn't shock me.
That's how I feel about it as well.
Yeah, if we fully lost, it wouldn't shock me. That's my thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I don't go into. Obviously, we'll speak about the Galatasaray game like properly in a minute, but just like, in fact, like, let me stick with the Spurs game. Since this manager's even stepped into Liverpool, I understood when he first came in that like we was going to play a bit differently. But one thing I never expected was for us to not be aggressive in anything that we do. So when I say aggressive, I'm not just talking about kicking up players. I'm talking about us going into 50-50s. I'm talking about us not being bossed around. I'm talking about us, knowing to do tactical fouls like Master of the Dark Arts, like what Arsenal are very good at, and other teams as well. I didn't realize what we was about to turn into, because I look at us here and I think to myself, like, we're the easiest team to play against in the league. And what's made it worse is that when we were playing badly, even under Jurgen Klopp, we always done something in the game, whether it was a Milner crunching, man, and then Anfield erupts. Tom will tell you, Tom was probably there for Milner's first ever slide challenge. Do you know what I mean? Milner stuck in, and you see everyone get riled up, and then you're thinking to yourself, like, wow, Milner set the tone. Then you got Henderson as well. And I'm not trying to do the easy cop out of saying we'll just bring back the other midfielders, because it's not about those midfielders. It's about the mentality. It's about up here. It's all here, and it's all here.
But
it's nothing to do about their ability on the football.
It all comes from one place, though, Matt, doesn't it? So you go on about the Milner. I remember the game. It was the second leg of the Europa League in semi-final when we played Villarreal.
Yeah.
And we're 1-0 up at that point, and I think it's like a Soldado or something running down the left, and Milner crunches him, and I'm sure you can find the video if you want it.
Yeah.
Klopp's reaction is as loud as anyone else's. He's going, yes, get up.
That's what I'm talking about.
As a football club, we thrive off we're one of the probably few football clubs who put the manager above any player. If we have an all-time great team, the manager is still the main person in that. So that means that we expect a lot of things from him. And I think the manager has to understand where he is and adapt himself for that. So Benitez was cold, calm, collected.
But he was calculated, though.
But it worked for the point we were at. because that was his team and that was how they played. Klopp was emotional, high energy, high octane, which is what the club needed at that time. We've been on a down ages. We needed someone.
Sorry to cut you. Klopp even said, "My Liverpool, we won't play the best football." But do you know? Remember when he said we're going to be the hardest to beat? Remember when he said he listed off a whole heap of things, and he was like, "You can't outrun us." Do you want to hear a joke? What I just found out, and I don't know whether it's true or not, but
we've been outrun every game this season.
Yeah, but apparently we got outran by 9 kilometers in this. I'm sorry, outran.
We got outran by 15% by Spurs. But the thing Klopp said, "I'll never say we'll be the best team in the world, but I'll say we'll always be the hardest to beat."
Hardest team to beat, yeah.
But it was how he managed. It was emotional. It was what the club needed at that time. Arne Slot
it was controlled emotion, Tom. It was controlled.
Arne Slot hasn't endeared himself to the fans in that sense.
Yeah.
He won a league title last year, and that should have been the catalyst for it.
The platform, yeah.
And I will always have untold amounts of respect for him for how he dealt with what happened in the summer and the way he conducted himself, because that's an impossible task to see through. But as the football's got going, you've not done well. You've everything that a manager shouldn't be doing, you've done. And it all weighs up on you. And when the football's not great, the focus is on you. When your media handle isn't great, the pressure piles up. When players start falling out with you, the pressure piles up. And he would have had a lot more give.
When's he actually going to get sacked? Honestly, when's he actually?
The end of the season, if at all. Like, I am still worried that the likes of Edwards and Hughes will sit there and go, he won a league title his first year.
Yeah, we'll give him one more year. He's just had a bad year. Let's see if he can turn it around. We won't give him an extension, but we'll just do the whole, let's see what he can do. And if he looks like he's doing well halfway through next season, we'll give him an extension. But do you know that's just this fan base it's already collapsed already, but it just won't recover. Another season of Arne Slot, we will not recover. Going back to what Tom said, just quickly, your manager, your coach is kind of like your equalizer. So like, as much as we can make jokes and have about Arteta and maybe even Pep every now and again when he overcomplicates things, they're the equalizers for their teams. So even if you don't think Arsenal were the greatest team since sliced bread or whatever, Arteta has still been that equalizer where it's like, listen, we don't play good football, but one thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're hard to play against and we're going to mash up. You see any set piece? We're there. We're there for it. Pep Guardiola, he's another one. His team's not necessarily the most aggressive, but what it is about Pep, Pep is a maniac. You know, Pep is a maniac. Like, if you look at the way how Pep teams play, they're a possession-based team, but they still got that grit about them. But look at them. Look at even guys like Kuzanov. Kuzanov knows when to make a tactical foul. Look at Guehi to Salah in the last game. These men know how to slow the game down. Look at Rodri. Rodri's another one, master of the dark arts.
I will say that we never did that under Klopp though, so I'm not expecting us to do it now. Is the adaptation. So you know how Pep
but he needs to find something that works for us right now. We don't have anything that works for us, Tom. That's what I'm saying.
But he had it. This is why it's more frustrating. If this was his first year, there'd be a lot more understanding. But in the same way, what you did last year was incredible.
I get what you're saying.
It's also the case because
I get it.
You had the answers last year.
I
don't think that in the summer the league changed unbelievably drastically. I think what has happened this year in the league, you were seeing last season, but we were the right mix last season. And as the league has tilted slightly more that way, rather than us tilting slightly that way or going with the curve or staying where we were, as the leagues went that way, we went fuck off that way, the way over there.
All right, but let me ask you this though. There were people that was saying from halfway through the season, they were starting to get concerns. They weren't just like, oh, we're falling apart, but they had concerns, And I used to be like, nah, you're doing a bit too much. Like, I get it. Like, because what was the premise, Tom? We start off a game slow. We get to half time, and then he makes adjustments, and then we normally win the game. That's what would normally happen, and we weren't used to that because our style of football was from from the first minute of the whistle under Jurgen Klopp, we are going to run you lot into the ground. We're going to be onto you. You won't be able to move. We're going to press you into an oblivion. You're going to lose the ball. And the reason why we do that, we press and we counter press, is because we need to churn out as many chances as we can. Because we might not have the most clinical people of all time, but they will still bag goals. Give them enough chances. Tom, do you know what we do now? We play slow. Obviously, you already know this, but slow possession-based football, and we create half chances. And it's every now and again, because we don't have.
We do half the defending for the other team by not attacking at pace.
Yeah, bro. Tom, what was that? There was a game when me and you was talking about, and we was like, Soboslai loved to do this thing where he gets the ball. And he's like, everyone, calm down.
It was barely.
What game was it? Remember, it was on the Sam show. You spoke about it. Yeah,
it was barely 1-1 because we were 1-0 up and we had a 5-on-2 or 5-on-3 at half time, like just before the half time whistle. And instead of taking it, Soboslai puts his foot on it and starts doing this, and the crowd sits there and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
Also, Cal, why have you changed your shirt?
Because I'm hot in the conservatory. I changed my shirt ages ago.
He changed it like
did.
30
He
minutes
did.
ago. Bro.
Yeah.
I was too occupied trying to find.
I know you were doing detective. You're doing detective.
I figured out when it happened. I haven't found the video, but I figured out when it happened. I assume you've like tried it or something.
The thing is,
but
obviously,
I know the date. I know the 4-day period because in your preview with Redmond and Jamie and that, you're there on the chair and you're leaning back on it, and I can see it going and going, and then you watch along 4 days later, you're on the fucking wooden chair, no movement. So at some point in that period of time, those 4 days, you snapped your chair.
Can I present you with a small problem for you, Mister?
Me?
He could have broken. No, Tom. He could have broken his chair on the Sanderson show. So you're gonna have to look at that.
That was what I was watching. That's why I was talking about UFC things.
Unless you've got nothing but time and to go through every single, that then fair play to you. But
if anyone has the video, send it to me.
Or the video's unlisted. Spoiler alert.
See, I think that's what he's done.
Just saying, because you know, on YouTube as content creators, we can make things private. We can like it never happened. It just went away.
Who knows?
It also, just based on analysis, doesn't like you wouldn't have a 4-day gap in between streams like that. I don't think. So let me guess that your stream on the Sanderson show will have been on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, and then on the Thursday night you snapped your chair.
Who knows?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say this. Anyone who sends me the video, I'm gonna make you moderator.
Oh,
that it?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
A moderator.
I'm gonna make you mod.
I will make you mod.
I thought he was gonna say something serious.
I said
like you get a free shirt from OK Jersey or something. I'm just saying.
Moderator.
Okay, you wanna know something? If you send me the video, I'll get you a free shirt from OK Jersey and I'll make you mod. There you go.
See, look at that. That's better.
That's a giveaway right there.
See, chat, look, I made it easier for you. Yeah, look at that. You get a free jersey in that.
I'm too curious. Send me an OK. I'm gonna get you an OK Jersey code to get yourself a free shirt, and I'm gonna make you mod. Actually, forget mod. I'm gonna get you a free shirt because mod, I don't know. Some of you guys will take the piss to start banning.
They won't be able to find it. Right? All jokes aside, they won't be able to find it.
Yeah,
it's like near on impossible. It's not impossible. It's just not probable.
You know what else is near on impossible, Callum? Slot being sacked. What's gonna happen? Well, how? Where is it gonna end, Robbie? That's the question.
I don't think I can see Slot getting sacked like in October or something like that. Similar to what happened with Brendan. I think we give him the summer, and then he doesn't get it right next season, and then we sack him. I've already said, I said this to Matt earlier. I've written off this season and next already because I do think he stays. Unfortunately, you're on mute, bro.
I don't think it's the same situation as the Rodgers one though, because the Rodgers one.
Yeah, why are you so assuming he's so safe though? I don't get it.
No, because Rodgers was only safe because we couldn't get Klopp.
Yeah, and I hear it.
And they gave him that They gave him the stupidest ultimatum, which was sack your assistants and get new ones. And even though we don't really want you as the manager, and then when Klopp was available in October, like Brendan Rodgers could have beaten Everton 4-0 that day, and he was getting sacked. The decision had been made beforehand.
Do you think Do you think? Who do you think the club won as a manager?
This is the thing.
Oh, Callum. Do you want who they really want as a manager? Like really want?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
because that's
you
a great
know who's their
question.
dream? Enrique.
do you think so?
Yes, I
See,
know so.
I don't
I've
know.
seen- I agree with Carl. That's
I
a, do
don't
you know why
think
it's a tough
so. I
question?
know so.
I think it's
Not
more
what we want. Remember,
I don't
sometimes-
think so. I know so.
Are you sure, Hassan, that you genuinely?
Yes.
Fair.
Yes.
If you fair.
And you both trust me. I know that you guys know people. Make a couple of messages and you will find out if you.
No,
if you
fair.
ask-
I need to do my due
find
diligence.
To be clear, we're no ITKs over on coffee. So I just want to.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
The man who brokered the Trent Alexander-Arnold transfer now living up in Spain is an ITK.
The man that wore a red robe when he signed Florian Wirtz is no ITK. I know, by the way, Callum does the humble thing. He's been in this game longer than me, and he knows a lot more people than I do.
No, I don't. I'm no ITK.
We're waiting.
Matt's been
for
in
the
there longer than
Enrique,
I have. Matt's been in this game longer than I have.
Carl interviewed Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, Cal was getting
fact.
media pass to go to cup finals and everything.
Yes, we're
And he's telling
waiting
me
for.
you haven't got the connection.
Even though I did meet Virgil in 2018.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say I was waiting for you.
We're waiting for Enrique's contract situation because remember he hasn't signed the contract yet. If he extends, then the Enrique dream is done.
His
That also
contract's
leads-
not
so
up
you
the
see what you were
season,
saying
is
with
it?
Brendan Rodgers. You see
Then
if
the
we
whole
wanted-
thing shifts to Nagelsmann.
You see, if we wanted Alonso, I think
Interesting.
Slot would have been good. I don't think we want Alonso as a club. I think we as a fan base.
I
don't
agree
think
with you.
the club
Yeah,
wants him.
that's what I've
I
alluded to.
Hear me out,
I don't think he's top, but I do think he's on the list. I think
But that's my point. He's we don't want him. We'll take him, but we don't want him. I think
Mhm.
Nagelsmann, but he's with Germany, and you're not going to bring him in after the World Cup because there's barely any time to work with the players.
Yeah.
And Enrique, I think he stays at PSG and sees out his contract. So I don't think they go for anyone else because those are the two dream targets.
So
No,
what? Do,
but I think their list. I couldn't say the fifth name, but I'm pretty confident on saying it's Enrique, Nagelsmann, Alonso, the guy from Stuttgart, Hoeneß, Sebastian Hoeneß or whatever his name is, and then I think there's one more, and I think not Enrique Nagelsmann. I don't know exactly how this goes, but I think it's Enrique Nagelsmann, Alonso, Hoeneß, and the fifth one.
can I ask you like a
I
genuine
don't know who the fifth
question?
one is.
If we don't get our top target, whether it's Enrique, whether it's Nagelsmann, would you still be expecting the club to just get rid of him and then like we're kind of in the lurch a bit in terms of who the club should go and get, or do you go and get a quick fix? So I'm just giving an example. It could be a Gerrard. Do you know what I mean? Like, would you lot go and do that, or would you still wait a bit to see if Enrique, what happens with the contract and the like what do you do in that scenario? Because I'm wondering whether Liverpool are even thinking about it now. They're thinking, like you say, Carl, are the top targets available? If not, what do we do? I mean, I still say get rid of him. That's my take
I
on
would
it.
as well, but I don't know if they'll do that. Remember, the club. If there's one thing the club don't do is that these short-term fixes.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
And look, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, innit? But we just don't.
They don't do short-term fixes, but they also are willing to accept a different long-term fix. I think that if it's as bad as it could be this year, with no Champions League football, no trophy, whatever, I don't think they're going to be in the position to be picky with it. I think that they would take anyone on that list. They just have their preferences. If they were a lot more secure in terms of when he was going, maybe they're a bit more cautious with it. But I don't see them. I think they understand the managerial market now.
Is there not another elephant in the room, though, Tom? Sorry to cut you. Is there not another elephant in the room? Richard Hughes is like, Slot is his handpicked guy. That's like, that's his guy.
We say that, but Alonso was the one he wanted first. So again,
and Alonso rejected him, and now he's found his guy.
Maybe. I know that they all want to be the smartest guys in the room, whatever.
I've got a better question to ask. Sorry to cut you,
that,
Tom.
though.
Are you sacking Slot right now, or are you keeping to the end of the season?
I'm sacking him right now.
You can have the Galatasaray game, and then okay.
The reason
Why? I want to save our Champions
The
League.
reason why I asked Tom, and it's not
because
all banner aside.
I don't think
Yeah,
he I don't think you're going to sack him now. And if you sack him now,
Tom, no. It's not about. Hear what I'm saying, Tom.
Okay, if you sack him now, Steven Gerrard is coming in and operating on whole hopium for the thing. I might as well let him keep his job and fall on his own sword.
Last week, me and you was having a debate, and you was getting mad when you were like, "There's no point sacking him. Nothing's gonna change. Just give it. You might as well just let him go until the end of the season." That's why I wanted to ask you again. After that Spurs result, have you changed your? This is a trick question. Have you changed your opinion now? Where it's like, bro, you right now you don't even care if he beats Galatasaray. You just need him out because that's what the majority of us are on. We just need him gone, bro. I couldn't give it. Liverpool could release a statement right now. I'll be so happy. I'm not waiting for anything anymore. I can't wait, bro.
I would have got rid of him in January. It is hard to do it now unless you're guessing the guy you want long term in.
There he is.
That's the problem. No, but that's the problem that we've got because ultimately, the way I see it, because hear me out on this. The moment we lose to Galatasaray or the moment we're out the Champions League, he should lose his job. It should be done the next day. That's by the by, regardless of when that is.
Why wait for that though? Why wait for it?
Because I don't think if you bring Gerrard in on the 16th of March, on the 18th of March, we're going to put it all together.
But we're not.
I think the damage has been done to this season because the players aren't in a good enough physical capacity to perform and to get over the line.
Tom, let me ask you a question. I'm asking you a question. Hypothetical. This is mad what I'm about to say, but it's hypothetical. You got your girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Not you, obviously, or just a person. Let me just say a person. It doesn't seem personal.
Yeah.
That person then cheats on you, and she's been cheating on you for time. Are you going to wait around for your other person for things to get better, or are you just going to leave? Are you going to wait around, or are you going to leave?
It's literally not the. It's not.
You're going to wait for the other person, like you're gonna. You see, so you see when you're going on Tinder. Wait a minute. You see when you're going on Tinder. When you're going on Tinder. And you're trying to speak to other gal and you're like, hey, listen, my relationship's done, I'm out of it. Are you waiting for all that to pattern up? Or are you just going to leave once she's cheated, bro? What are you saying?
It's not the same.
But do you know why it's the same? Because why are you waiting around? Why not take a gamble? What's wrong with taking a gamble? If you end up single, you end up single, bro.
What gamble do I take now? My whole point is we are at a point now in this season. What gamble do you take now? This is what I'm saying. You're scared. I've realized that you're scared, and this is why you're scared. And this is why this is why you're scared. Don't be Liverpool Football Club is nothing's gonna happen to Liverpool. Nothing's gonna happen, bro. You do realize that we're still gonna be here, even if Arne Slot is to leave. Why are you scared to move on? I'm not scared to move on. My whole point is I don't see the point at this point in moving on and getting a temporary interim in. Who's then not going to do much anyway? If you're going to sack him now,
but we don't know.
Sorry, Tom.
No. There's no guarantees, though. There's no.
I do know because I've had
guarantees that it's going to work. Or we don't. But it's about taking the gamble.
I have had 6 to 7 months of watching these players. The damage has been done to the players because they are not physically conditioned enough and they haven't got the principles.
Okay, I'm glad you're saying this. Now let me answer your question. What's the point of sacking him now? I'll tell you what the point of sacking him now is. I think if we sack him now and we get in Stevie G, the players will be so excited we're going to beat Galatasaray and go through. Because if we go based off ability and what the players are capable of, I think we could beat Galatasaray like 4 or 5-0. No BS. No BS. I think we are so much better than Galatasaray on paper. I think if a manager comes in like Stevie G, who just galvanizes the team, gives everyone a hug and a pat on the back, we're going to slap Galatasaray 4-0. And guess what? We're going to get knocked out to PSG, but it won't be as humiliating. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the example.
So we don't want to cheat. So all we do then is paper over the cracks, and we don't actually get.
Did I not just bring in Stevie G? Why are you acting like I said bring in a long-term manager?
You're missing my point. You're missing my point with it.
No, I'm not missing your point. Now the problem is if Slot beats Galatasaray, I think we're actually going to get abused by PSG, like touched.
Yeah,
like
we will.
4-5-0.
And do you not think that almost needs to happen?
No.
Why do you want to get?
Because I don't need any more proof that we suck.
I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But I also understand that is probably going to be the only way where home truths come out.
Tom, can I ask a question? Sorry, let me land, guys. Tom, how confident are you going into the Galatasaray game that will progress to the next round?
Not confident at all. Not
We'll
confident.
throw a percentage on it, please, bro.
30%.
30%. How confident are you that we'll get past Man City in the FA Cup, percentage-wise?
10%.
So, Tom, could you not argue? And I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way, for what you're saying, but could you not argue that bringing in a new manager, it would at least bring the odds up to 50% potentially, which is way better than 30 or 10%.
Doesn't do anything for the Galatasaray game and makes the Man City game 25%.
Can I ask why you don't think it does anything for the Galatasaray? Because I've seen other managers this season come into clubs where I hate to use them as an example, but Man United, bro, they were worse than what we are, and that's saying a lot, right?
Yeah,
and they've completely been galvanized. So remember, I'm not sitting here thinking we have a dead squad. Do I think the squad could be a lot better? Do I think we've overhyped the squad? Yes, I do. But it's a very good squad nonetheless. Yes, we have a few injuries here and there. I get that as well. But I don't think the football we're playing is because of the injuries and the lack of depth we have in certain areas. I think the football we're playing is a result of the manager. So therefore, I don't think the manager's style or philosophy is going to change between now and the end of the season. Therefore, if I bring in someone with fresh ideas who might play to the strengths of the players, we may actually get a tune out of them. Because in my opinion, if you play to the strength of the players, you give yourself a 60-70% chance of winning most games in this Premier League, because the teams in the league aren't as special as they were in yesterday.
I disagree on I understand the point you're making, but I disagree on the intrinsic point of it doesn't change much for me at this point in the season because the damage is done now. These players aren't going to get fitter.
But it's not the damage is done to win the Prem, Tom, but
no. The damage is done to, in my opinion, to win games in a good way. Because
I don't care about winning games in a good way at this point, no, Tom. I just care about winning games.
Games. Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Here's the thing, Tom.
In a good way. We just drew 1-1 to Spurs.
A genuine question, Tom. If you're a Liverpool player right now and you're looking for some inspiration from the manager, you're tired in the 70th minute, you're looking for a bit of inspiration from the manager, and the manager's just there looking back at you as if to say, like, make something happen. Or you're looking over and you're, as you said with Klopp, when the tackle would be made, he's roaring to the crowd, he's G'ing the crowd up, he's
screaming at the players sometimes.
He's just on the back. Players are coming off the bench and he's grabbing them and saying, get on there and make something happen.
Yeah.
I know which one I'd rather have.
I know which one I'd rather have though. But that worked because of all the work that Klopp had done.
We
know that. We know that.
I was there from day one. That was there from day one with Jurgen.
No, his energy was, but the team couldn't match it up until around about March, April of that season.
I'm not. Again,
my point, Cal, is I understand what you're saying, and on a mentality level, sure, the players might be a bit lighter, the players might be a bit happier, the atmosphere in the ground will jump up a little bit, but on the football pitch, not much will change in terms of the quality and in I don't even get to finish my points.
That's why I think we disagree, Tom, because I do think things would change on the pitch. So straight away, sorry to cut you, bro. Straight away, again, I'm going to use Gerrard as the example because he's the only person.
Carrick failed at Middlesbrough, bro.
Carrick didn't fail at Middlesbrough. Carrick was a good manager at Middlesbrough.
No, he didn't fail. He didn't fail.
He failed and he got sacked.
Check this, Tom. Yeah. Again, we can only go on Gerrard what he's saying, right? He's already come out and said things like Rio has done more in the time he's played than Gakpo this season. That to me is an indication that, he's going to start Rio ahead of Gakpo because he sees something there. He's also said things like he doesn't understand the whole low block argument because we've been playing low block from when I was a player. So certain things like that where the manager's going to make excuse, he's going to hold these players to account and go, I don't care about this low block thing you're talking about. I've been dealing with this since 2006. Deal with it. Get out there. This is what we do to break it down. This is how we broke it down as players. And this is what we're going to try and do today. If I'm looking at the team right now, Tom, tactically we're a shambles. I get that. But shall I tell you what's a very close second to that? Motivation, bro. There is no motivation because the character and the personality of the manager is reflected in the team, bro.
Yeah.
Any manager and team you look at, the personality, bro. Arteta, seen as a very ratty, annoying manager. How's his team play? Ratty, annoying, gets the job done.
Thank you. I said it.
Jurgen Klopp, energetic, in your face, loud,
Yeah.
brash. How did Liverpool play? Energetic, in your face, loud, brash. Pep Guardiola, cool, but can be a maniac at sometimes.
Yeah, he's a
But the
controlled
philosophy-
maniac.
controlled chaos. Man City. I look at Liverpool and we are a reflection of our manager. Excuses.
Yeah.
Lethargic. Soft. We are literally a reflection of the manager. So, Tom, I get what you're saying. Is it a big risk to bring in someone else now? Of course it is. But because of the odds I'm facing with Slot, it's a risk that I don't even feel is untenable right now. I think it's a risk worth taking.
Cal, you can do what you... As I've maintained for weeks now, the moment he's out the Champions League, he should get sacked.
But Tom, I'm saying I don't want to wait for that to happen.
Don't need to wait for that.
I'll tell you what it is. All right, Tom, I'll switch it again. I use Matt's analogy. But I'm not gonna wait for my missus to go through the act if she's already been texting the brother and saying
This is what I'm saying.
I'm locking it off, bro. I don't need you to go through with the action to be like, oh no, now lock it off. No, I've seen the messages. You left your laptop open. Okay, we're done. See you later.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
I don't need to see us lose to Galatasaray for me to know that this manager's not
Do
good.
you want to know why as well? Because you're better than that.
damage
We're
is
better than that. We know we're better than that.
My whole point is the damage is done.
One more point on. Let's say we do go through against
Galatasaray.
Let's say we go through.
Yeah.
Are you confident with him going in against PSG?
No.
So I don't get it, Tom. I don't.
Because my thing is, if you're gonna sack him now, which you should do, you have to get your guy in now.
You don't.
You do, because the whole summer is going to be fucked up anyway. So if you're going to get your guy in now, it makes complete sense to get him in now so he can do his adaptation and his understanding of the squad. There's a World Cup. There's a World Cup in the summer, which means half our squad isn't going to be at fucking half the preseason.
No, but Tom, this is why I asked you, would you sack him now? Remember when I asked you, in fact, furthermore, it was about, do you wait for the perfect targets? Tom, we're in such a bad situation right now that I reckon the majority of the fan base are willing to gamble, even if it goes wrong. And I understand your concerns. What me and Cal's saying isn't like some Bible. It's not scripture. What we're saying is, though, we believe it's a better calculated gamble by getting in someone new, whether it's a Gerrard, rather than keeping this manager knowing what's about to happen. With Gerrard or whoever was to step in right now, you don't even know. There could be 10% more chance that we have a chance potentially to beat PSG, even if we still don't beat them. But there's bigger optimism, Tom. This is where we're at. That's how bad it is, though. This is what I don't understand.
So my whole point is, the optimism that you're going to have, the belief that you're going to have, there's no. I don't share that belief if Gerrard comes in at the minute, because I think the damage is done. I think the damage is done to the squad now. So even if Gerrard comes in and he's sitting there and he's saying the right things and he's trying to rile the players up, I don't think these players physically can do it because of the 6 months of how they've operated this season. To go from the slowest, most lax out of possession football to then go into high octane, high pressure, high intensity football. We blow out of our arse after 70 minutes playing shit slow football. We will be blowing out of our arse after 45 playing the other style of football. So for me, you get him in, it doesn't change much of anything. You get. Because I'm not giving up. I want to make the change now. I want to make the change. I don't know. Long term.
Let's not do that, guys. Like what I will say to Tom, you see when you're saying they're going to be blowing out their arse on the 70th minute and all that. That's cool.
They are at the minute.
No, but that's cool. But that's where the motivation kicks in, bro. We've all done some form of running or football or whatever. Guys, you get tired on the football pitch, but what happens? You dig in, you dig in and go
100, bro.
I'm gonna feel this in the morning, but hey ho, I'm here now. We gotta do what we gotta do. And Sam, you're in the gym lifting, bro. There's gonna be times you're benching and you're thinking, I can't get this up, but you gotta push it.
How many times have you gone gym and you're under the weather?
Every time.
So this is what I'm saying.
I've done weights with flu and I was mash up. Still had to persevere.
So Tom, what I'm basically saying is this: I get your reservations, I get the nerves, but if I've got a car and I rely on this car to get me and the kids to school every morning and the car breaks down, I can't just keep that car here and wait for my dream car to come up. I might have to go and get a runaround for a month or two until I can go and get my car. Then I get rid of that run around, and then I bring in my car, and I'm good again. I can't just sit around with this car that might or might not get the kids to school. I've got to go and get something else, because even if it's not pretty, even if it's not the long term, even if it's not the creme de la creme, and my goal is, we need Champions League football next season, whether that be winning it or finishing in the top 5. From what I've seen from this manager up until now, in the same way you're saying what you've seen from the players up until now means you don't think they can go to another level if need be. From what I've seen from the manager so far this season,
I know he can't
go to a level.
I know he can't.
So therefore, I'm gonna try and cut off the issue at the source, rather than just sitting back on a whim and thinking maybe the personnel will get us in. Because
I get your point, and I don't inherently disagree with it. For me, though, it's a case of you get in Gerrard, for example, you get in this interim for 2 months, and then he can't operate well in the 2 months because the squad's not good enough to do what he wants to do. He's spending the 2 months basically put them on a fucking fitness plan because they're not fit. And he comes in now. We got the Champions League anyway because the damage is done. Then Slot almost gets away with it.
Tom, genuine question.
I would rather it be. I don't think we win. I don't think there's a world where we can win the Champions League this year. I don't think we're fit enough for it. So for me, it's a case of you are cutting off your nose to spite your face. I just look at it as I want to get rid of the manager, I would have got rid of him 3 months ago. Every time it's got to the point where I want to get rid of him, as the season's gotten closer to the end, I've had no interim. I've got more and more no interim. Just go and get your guy in, even if it's not your first choice, even if Enrique is your first choice, but there's still doubt about whether he's going to stay at PSG or whatever. His contract's not up in the summer anyway. It's up in 2027, so you'd be waiting a year anyway to get him on a free. But you're waiting. I don't think, me personally, I'm sitting there going, you can't do that. You can't do that now. You've got to go and get the guys who are available now, whether that is paying Stuttgart for Honus, whether that is paying fucking Porto for Fadioli, whether that is getting Alonso in now, whatever it is. You have to get your guy in now, because this summer we're going to basically kick the can down the road again.
It's a very basic scenario, though. If you can't get your guy now, if you're a Hughes or a Edwards or whoever it is, and you're trying to get Enrique in the summer, or you're trying to get Nagelsmann in the summer, or whoever it is you're trying to get in the summer, I'm sure if you call Stevie G, he'll happy to do it for the next month and a half, and then just move on with his life. And you make that clear, like, regardless what happens. And the thing is, like, you keep saying, oh, nothing will change. Alone, the mental edge of the players changes. You need to understand, a lot of these games that we have left, we are better than the team that we're going to face. So it doesn't take much for us to be beating them. Let's be honest. It just takes a bit of motivation. Like, we watched even what Gareth Bale says. We watched, what other people have said. Like, it's not like Zidane is giving them tactical approaches to beating Getafe at home, is he? So it's not like Gerrard is going to come in and go like, hey, guys, this is how we're going to beat Burnley at home. That's not how this works. We got so many easy games coming up in this run. I think any manager gives these players a bit of mental edge. And Jenny said something earlier on in the chat. Just make the fans a bit happier. Just make the players a bit happier. Just make everyone in the team a bit happier. Just make them want to fight a bit more. Just make them hear a different voice. And guess what? Stevie G comes in. We secure top 4. I'm not even going to say win anything. Let's say we lose anyway, all competitions. Let's just say we just finish top 4. We have a couple of good games here and there. And that's it. We just move on.
Can I ask 2 questions, Tom? Firstly, who would you say the players are that are blowing out their ass at 70 minutes?
Pretty much all of them. But if you want me to specify names, especially, we're talking about Ekitike, Wirtz, McAllister. Engamoa is, but I expect that from a young kid. He's not done the Frimpong does when he starts. Bradley was doing when he started. Gravenberch is more so the 80th minute, but he starts to blow out his arse. Games go on. The only guy I'll be better off saying the guys that don't. The guys that don't are Salah, Szoboszlai, Van Dijk.
I don't think Kerkez does either.
And Kerkez, yeah. But the rest of them, I can also sit there and go, once we hit minute 70, 75, they become unbelievably sloppy and unbelievably lethargic. And that was never the case before.
So again, not even disagreeing with you fully. I don't agree with all the players. But could you not argue that we are looking tired and leggy because we're actually putting so much physical and mental exertion into these games, because on the 80th minute we're either chasing an equalizer, chasing a winner, or trying to stop the team from winning rather than being comfortable. Because when we beat Brighton and West Ham, I don't remember seeing any of the players like they were blowing out their asses.
I remember saying it after at West Ham, even though we won 5-2. It was the subs that came on in that game. It's a problem with how Arne Slot runs his fitness and how he runs his condition. Is it also not a problem with how the subs are utilised as well?
Yes.
Yeah, again, I'm blaming the manager for this, by the way. I am blaming the manager for this. But my whole point with this is you're not going to get the fairy tale story if Gerrard comes in. I promise you're not, because the squad doesn't have the time to adapt to the situation.
But I'm not asking for a fairy tale story, bro. I'm just asking, get me top 5 finish.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yes, great. I would rather then just go and get the guy I want long term, because he can get a top 5 finish.
Okay, let me ask you a
month and a half of Gerrard coming in to then delay what I could have done a month and a half.
Are you confident we get top 5 on this slot?
Not confident, but I reckon we would do, because I think there's teams. I think that us, Aston Villa, and Chelsea are as bad as each other.
We keep on saying this, and I'm glad you said that, because I remember a few weeks ago we had this debate, and I said I don't care what Chelsea, Man United, and Villa do. We're our own worst enemies. If we don't get it, it's not because of them, and I still maintain that. What makes you think if we don't get Champions League football, that Enrique, Nagelsmann, Alonso, and these managers would actually want to come to Liverpool still?
I don't think Enrique would, and I don't think Nagelsmann would. I'll be honest, I don't think Nagelsmann comes this summer anyway. He signed an extension for Germany until
No, but I'm saying, so the likelihood is that the 2 main targets wouldn't come to Liverpool if we miss out on Champions League.
Probably not, no. But I personally
what makes you so sure that Alonso would? Because of the Liverpool connection he's had?
I think Alonso would, because he was the first choice last time, and it's a place where he can get.
There's an easy answer why Alonso would. There's a really easy answer, because after getting sacked at Real Madrid, like, which other big job is he gonna get unless he waits for Company to get sacked from Bayern, or he waits another year?
And
potentially City.
City are not gonna play 3 at the back. Me and you both know this.
No, but bruv, where's his
Alonso's not married to 3 at the back, but that's by the way. I think City.
He's not married to it. I think
City
move on from Pep,
I think City
Company.
I think City are gonna go the Maresca way more than anything. I think
or
also the way they go.
No, they might do, but who's to say they don't look at Alonso and go?
They might look at him. They might look at him, but I just think with him and what I think he needs after the shambles that was Madrid, where it was so much media controversy, where the club doesn't have control of the media, and the media saying this and the media saying that, and there's leaks, and there's not really time to get your ideas implemented to the squad, and there's so many egos and everything. I think we are the right club to be closer to what it had at Leverkusen, just on a bigger scale. It's the same models, it's the same ideals, it's the same way you want to run the football club, but it's on a bigger scale, and he has the connection. I think Alonso needs the time and the environment for a prolonged period, which we can give him. I can't say the same for the other clubs, bar maybe City, but I think City always. I think it's easier to come into Liverpool now after Slot than it's going to be to go to City after Pep, because what you're doing there is doing the Arne Slot. You've got to be there, Arne Slot, which I think will be a different type of pressure.
Only to qualify for Champions League. If we don't qualify for the Champions League, it's good. All right. Think about it. Do I think we win Europa if we go into it? Yes. Are you going to attract the quality of play that we want to attract? Probably not. Which could set us back again.
I mean, the last time we were in the Europa League, we bought Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch. Like, you can still get good players. Don't look at it. Players don't look at it on a 1-year basis, Cal. I
never said we can't get good players. I never said we can't get good players. But if I'm not mistaken, all of us here would love to have a Kvaratskhelia, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think he signs for a Europa?
Michael Elise.
How about Michael Elise? Like, sure, we're not signing those sort of players. We can go and get good players, very good players, but we're not.
Go and get Diamande. Go and get.
All right, if we weren't in the Champions League this season, do we get Wirtz? No. Do we get Isak? No. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's obvious.
Yeah, I want to get Champions League, Cal, obviously.
Shout out as well. We had Klopp then.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
equalizer.
Have
this is what I'm saying.
Klopp is. but we pulled Wirtz and Isak and that with Slot because
with Champions League football off the back of winning a league.
I know, but you've got to understand there is more things than just are they in the Europa League this season. And we're even saying this on the base. I think that we're doing this whole Europa League thing. Your argument is you want Gerrard to come in and get top 4 because he'll do better than Slot. I don't disagree. My argument is I want the long-term guys to come in and get top 4 and get Champions League. I don't see the point now in doing the interim for 1.5 months.
But we answered your question. What if the long-term guys Enrique? Then
the
what?
logic is getting top 4.
Because I don't see Enrique joining this summer. And I don't
What
see
if the
Nagelsmann
long-term
joining
guy
this
is
summer.
Nagelsmann? Who's your
He won't-
long-term guy? Let's get to the bottom of this. Who's your long-term guy?
What in a perfect ideal world, who I would want?
Oh, here we go.
No, because
Yeah,
the logical one now was Alonso.
Who's your who's Tom Little's long-term guy? Tom Little's one. Who?
Alonso, because I don't think the other guys are available.
So Callum and Matt,
Okay, so
I
now
could ask
we're
them
gonna
this
do
question
this.
an
So
hour
you-
ago, and
yeah,
we got to
you
the
have to-
bottom
you
of
have
it
to
an hour
change
ago.
He
He just wants a long short
because you're not
That's it.
letting me explain because you're
He just
listening
wants a
to
long
argue.
short term.
You're listening
Oh,
to
fair
argue, Hassam. In an ideal world where there isn't a World Cup, it's Nagelsmann. In an ideal world where there's no World Cup, it's Nagelsmann. But I don't live in a fucking ideal world where everything's sunshine and rainbows. Nagelsmann has a World Cup this summer and he's got a contract until 2028. Enrique has a contract till 2027. So even if they were interested in coming, I got to pay compensation, and the clubs have got to be willing to let them go, or the country's got to be willing to let them go. I don't think Nagelsmann leaves Germany before 2028. I don't think Enrique leaves PSG this summer. I think he could leave next summer, but I don't think he leaves this summer. So then I'm left in a season of limbo potentially, where I'm going, what? Do I write off another season and put whoever in charge, either keep Arne Slot in the job for another year because his contract will be up, or give it Gerrard for 1 year, just so I could be in the running for Enrique, because there's no guarantees he'd take it. He could leave PSG and go, you know what, I want a sabbatical, I want a break. And then we've leveraged a year of the football club on getting a guy who didn't come anyway. I would rather sit there and go, look, ideally, I'd love a Nagelsmann. Ideally, I'd love an Enrique, but it doesn't line up right now. So you know what I'll do? I'll get the next guy. I'll get a guy who is probably a level below them, but he's got a good track record behind him. He's achieved great things. He's got a history with the club already. He's good tactically. He's worked well with a lot of these players. We can put him in. Is it what we wanted? No. But can we 100% work with it and build on it? 100%. Why do I know that? Because it was what we done last season. We didn't want Slot first, but we couldn't get our top guy, so we pivoted to the next guy, and he was a step below, but he had this and that, and it worked really well. I just think Alonso was more sustainable long-term than Slot. I don't think it'll be the same in year 2 of Alonso, where we're sitting 6th, whatever, and we're completely out the run of it. Ideally, I would love a Nagelsmann or an Enrique, but they are not happening now, and I am not going to leverage next season. I'm not going to leverage another season of Wirtz, another season of Isak, the last season of Van Dijk. I'm not going to leverage all that on the promise of working under a crap manager because we might get Enrique or we might get Nagelsmann.
Can I ask you a question then, Tom? Let's say we approach Alonso and he goes, look, I don't want to do anything until the end of the season. Like, for personal reasons, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Are you keeping Slot or getting Gerrard in?
No. In that case, if Alonso's sitting there and telling me, I don't want, because I would have to have I have to go, look, you're going to have to watch our games. You're going to have to make sure that in your mind you're getting general ideas of what you're going to do if you're not going to come in to the football club. That's the situation when I go Gerrard. If he's giving me a guarantee of I'll be there in the summer, I need time away, I need to recover, whatever. That's what I go for. And I go, you know what, Steve, you can come in for a month. You can chat to each other, whatever, get ideas across, whatever, implement a couple of things, even if you're not here. And long term, you're there. I just don't see the point now in doing the Gerrard comes in now, but we don't know who we're going to get until the summer. We don't know who we're going to get. We don't know who we're going to get. And then the guy comes in the summer and he's got nothing.
So let me ask
half
you,
the squad's away.
You said if we win the Champions League, you'd keep Slot.
I said if he wins the Champions League, I think it's hard to sack him.
No, you said you'd keep him.
You said you keep him.
I said it's hard to sack him. I probably would end up keeping him because it's hard to sack him, yeah, if he won the Champions League. I don't think he's going to win the Champions League, so it's a moot point.
No, it's not a moot point because we're still in it. So technically we can, even though none of us believe we will. So if we're telling Alonso, oh, yeah, just sit tight, wait till the summer, but Arne Slot goes and wins the Champions League, and then we go back to him and go, hey, buddy, we're going to stick with Arne.
Yeah, so you don't talk to him unless you're going to sack him.
You don't do what,
the talk in my eyes, the talk wouldn't be happening with Alonso. Where you go and listen. This
But
is what
you
we're going
just
to do.
said if we win the Champions League, we can't get rid of
changes
him.
everything.
Yes, because the whole thing I'm talking about is based on the manager gets sacked. So
No,
we're
but
doing two separate conversations here. I'm not talking to Alonso until the manager's gone.
But you're saying you're keeping Slot until the end of the season, so it's a
I'm not
possibility.
saying that. I'm not saying I'm keeping Slot until the end
We're
of the
gonna
season.
have to handle the replacement first, actually.
I said you keep Slot until he's out the Champions League. So his bed has been fully made and he lies in it. Because as much as we can sit there, Cal, and there's a mathematical possibility of us getting in the Champions, of us winning the Champions League, you know as well as I do, it's not happening. Now, all it's going to be is he's either going to be sacked on Thursday, the 20th of March, or Thursday, the 19th of March, or it will be Thursday, the 9th of April, I think, or something like Thursday, the 14th of April.
If anyone supports Galatasaray against us, I understand. For the first time ever.
So why keep him between now and Thursday?
Callum, I look, I want to come to
You're not going to do anything.
The Galatasaray game.
The man, you get a cheerleader.
We're going around in circles, and Tom Litter's never going to say, I'm wrong, you're right, so it's pointless.
No, I'm not asking. No. That, I don't want to make that clear. I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm right, Tom's wrong, because I don't think any of us are right or wrong here, because we don't have the answer.
Tom's
I'm
wrong.
trying to understand. I don't understand the mindset of
I
it.
hear you.
I don't understand.
Tom's wrong though, but
no,
let's move.
No, we can't do that.
Yeah,
No,
he
it's
is.
not his right. That's his opinion.
No, he is because
no.
we'd
One
be
thing
better
I'll
if
say.
became manager
No, because although me and Tom always joke about and cuss each other, whatever, he's not wrong for thinking that, because what he's saying could happen. But what me and Kyle are struggling to process is that we just feel like even if you weigh it all up, it's probably a better calculated gamble to get rid of him right this second. Second. And whether it's Alonso or Gerrard who steps in now, we just feel like we have a better chance of getting top 5. That's what we're saying.
That's side of it.
Okay,
I understand you're saying.
I just the way I see it, and it's the last thing I'll say. The way I see it is, you get a manager in now, you're getting a cheerleader in for this game on Thursday. He's not going to have any time to really get anything going bar from motivational talks. I would rather this guy stays in charge, and if he fails and we go out, then he's made his entire bed. He lies in it. He's gone on Thursday, because there is no arguments at that point. And then the difference that we have is, do you get Gerrard in or do you get Alonso in? That's the only difference.
I want to speak about that Wednesday game anyway. I reiterate. Tom is wrong. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Let's get to 500 likes, please. Every single one of you, please hit the like button, subscribe. Tom doesn't understand. If I bring 2 random people in the chat, we'd be better for this Wednesday. Slot must stay. He's doing a great job for Liverpool, drawing to the Spurs team, Hold that. Oh, the Man United fans are out from your caves. How long did it take you to send me a super chat again? What? The last time was a year and a half ago. Oh, you got Carrick. You won a couple of games. Big up. Big achievement for you. You're above Liverpool now. Big up to Kia. Says big up Matt. Big up to you, Kia. Big up, brother.
Yeah, man.
We are spineless, lack identity, and also sex Slot. Completely agree with this message right here. Completely agree with this message. Did you a favor and you bottle it? Salah's fault though. Hey Felipe, we're sorry, mate. I was there. I was there hating on Chelsea the day before. You get me? And then we did that against Spurs. It's actually pathetic and disgraceful. Big up to 6 times, baby. Big up to you as well. Special shout out to him, because he's been one of the people that's actually listened to my arguments instead of trying to fight me. Oh, don't bring Hussam on Kopish again. Oh, there is no way he's saying this about Van Dijk. Got bullied by Colomwani again, mate. Big up to 6 times, baby. Who says if Flo paid, walked into the Kopish match reaction, and Jamie Phillips like, oh, give Virgil van Dijk a 6. He was great. He was doing the defending for 2 players.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
that's not too bad. I don't think he was about the only good defender on the day.
Okay, Tom. If Flo played for Man United,
no. How did he get bullied by Colomwani?
Did he not bully Colomwani for the goal?
For the goal.
How did he get to that point? Do you remember the scenario? The goal kick.
Bullied is.
Point proven.
No, bro. No.
I don't want to have this debate again. I really don't.
What happened was Robertson
I
fucked up the
messaged
header.
Jamie Phillips on the side.
No.
I messaged him on the side. I said you've had a stinker.
Tom, he didn't even go for the header. He just looked at him and done some half-hearted little. He didn't even attempt, bro.
And what Van Dijk's done
The
is
reason why I don't have
behind
this
him to
debate
cover him heading the ball away.
is
And he just
yesterday-
head it, and I was going, fuck.
Yesterday, the only positive players I gave is Alisson and Rio. The only two players who deserve anything positive. I gave everyone else 5 and below because everyone sucked and we drew Spurs.
Do you think Salah made an impact when he came off the bench?
I think he had a couple of good moments, couple of bad moments. I think Gakpo as well had a couple of good moments, couple of bad moments. He wasn't good the whole time and he wasn't bad the whole time. The one for me that was bad the whole time.
Here's the thing: I don't even care what rating you gave Salah, but to say Virgil got bullied for their goal, like on a real, what else? What's he meant to do there, Sam?
He can't do anything.
He panicked in it and saw he panicked.
Hold on. I once again asked a clear question. What was he meant to do in that situation?
Yeah, I agree with you. He can't do anything against Colomwani.
You're not agreeing with me because I'm asking a question. I didn't make a statement.
You can't do anything. Can't do anything against Colomwani. Correct. There, Colomwani just easing him to the side.
And now we're being disingenuous.
If Flo played for Man United,
you see, hold on, Tom. You've seen this, yeah? I didn't mention anything about Salah. I'm not saying anything about Salah's performance. All I said is, can you just explain to me how Colomwani bullied Virgil in that instance and why or what he should have done different? That's it.
I think our two worst players yesterday was Wirtz and Ekitike, but no one. No, sorry, Wirtz and Robertson.
I wouldn't even say Wirtz was one of the worst players.
Well, once again, can I just get an answer to my question? What
I'm not blaming Virgil for the goal. I'm saying it's Robertson's fault. Can you relax?
I'm never said you blame Virgil for the goal.
He just got shoved out the way by Colomwani too easy. I'm answering a question. I don't have a Virgil van Dijk debate. He just got shoved by Colomwani too easily.
I'm not asking for debate.
I've tried to answer the question 4 times.
You haven't.
But you've interrupted me every single time. I said I think Colomwani got past him too easily. That's it.
So that's the same as bullying someone.
It's just a form of exaggeration, Callum.
Okay,
You're taking it too personally. You get me?
I didn't tell you, but I just want to have consistency in it. That's it.
If Flo played for Man United, we shout flop. I agree with this. 100%.
Do you think Florian Wirtz was one of the worst players on the pitch yesterday?
No, I think he was the worst player on the pitch for me yesterday.
Sam, who do you think was passing better yesterday? McAllister or Grav?
Who passed better? McAllister. Who was better on the pitch?
Who do you think had the better game in your opinion?
Gravenberch. I give Gravenberch a 4 and McAllister a 3.
Fairs. I want there for player ratings. I'm just asking.
Yeah, we don't do agendas around here, but
I didn't do agenda.
Okay, you definitely
do agendas around here. We don't.
Okay, Habibi. Okay, Habibi.
We don't do agendas around here, brother.
Okay,
we draw to Spurs at home. Anyone can get it. Can we control all delete the season? I'd love for us to do that. I wish I could just go back in August and go like, hey, Coppish guys and Tom, this is the last time we're gonna be happy. These signings, yay! And then it just went down from there. Yeah. You know, it's mad. You know, Mo actually said something after the first 5 games. Big up Mo. And he's an Inter fan, so he has no bias to Liverpool whatsoever, neither positive nor negative. He says that he thinks the reason why Liverpool won like the first 5 games in a row was the power of Diogo Jota, basically. Like he's saying like the players basically won it for him, so they gave extra and they cared a bit more when we were winning games at the end and stuff like this. So, yeah. So apparently Spurs outran us by 9 kilometers, yet we're the ones looking tired and disinterested by the end. Spurs outran us and Spurs out-tacticked us and they outclassed us and they looked better than us, bro. It's mad. The pain continues, ladies and gentlemen. Every time they step on the pitch, it hurts. At least it ain't hemorrhoids, though. Stay strong, Cal. Frankie, I haven't seen you in a while, bro. Hope you're good.
Oh, Frankie, has been a while, bro.
Yeah, has been a while. Shout out to Cal who called out the right back left wing situation. He did. And the centre back situation. I'm giving Callum a lot of credit this season, by the way. People think that, you know, this Virgil debate is the first time I've really like disagreed with him. A lot of times this season I said the centre back stuff he got right, the slot stuff he got right, and the what's it called? The left wing as well with the whole Gakpo replacement thing. Big up to this man right here was the pro Gakpo guy in the summer. Mandem, did you see Igor's mistake? Another baldy for slot. The touchline before the game.
I saw that. That's mental. Bruv, Tudor walks up. I don't even know who the person is. And he thinks it's Arne Slot, you know.
Who is
Bro,
that?
I don't even
Has
know.
anyone found out who that guy is?
Bro, the guy looks at him like, why are you coming over to me? Bro, it was, bro.
Has that ever happened to you guys where like you touched someone and you thought it was your girl or like someone like that?
No.
No,
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 like
no,
from the-
no,
like, no, don't make
no,
it
no, no,
that
I know what you mean.
Cal was way too. Cal was there in half a second. No.
No, the
Yeah,
only thing I
because-
can think of is, you know, when you see someone from a little bit afar and you think that might be
Yes,
your brethren or
yes,
something.
yes,
Something like
yes.
that, maybe. And then you're like, that's not him at all. Like, that's the only thing I could. But to be
I went
that
into
close,
my cousin's shop 2 days ago and I thought
Yeah,
my
yeah.
other cousin was there. So I literally just tapped him like this on the thing. I just
Yeah.
tapped him like this. I'm like, yo, big. And he's like, oh, it's not him. But I said salam anyway. I'm like, oh, big up.
But no,
It
but
happens
Tudor
to-
went right up to his face, bro.
It happens to the best of us.
Mad.
Someone find out who that is, please. Is it just me or does Slot come off as a daft and self-aggrandizing with his confidence and impunity? Yes, he does.
Yeah, it does.
And Shy Boy, you're a City fan. You're not even a Liverpool fan, but you can see these things. Every time, who here, like, put one in the chat if you get annoyed every time Slot speaks, regardless what he says. He could be saying, it's a beautiful day and the weather's lovely, and you get annoyed just by listening to him. Honest, just put one in the chat if you feel that way. Like, I'm actually like, I'm at that stage now where if Arne Slot is like my waiter at a restaurant and he goes like, here's your steak, I'm gonna get annoyed. Like, I just feel angry, you know, towards him. Okay, so it's not just me. Fair enough. If I hear Enrique's name one more time, I'm going to blow my brains out. Who cares who we want? He's not coming to the shit show of a hierarchy. I think the aura of Liverpool will attract a lot of managers. You believe me, you. So
That's
we're
the
good for
arrogance
it.
we have, though. We have this arrogance that we just got this divine right sometimes. Like, there's not other big teams in the world.
No, there are other big teams, but if you're Enrique as an example and you want a challenge in the Premier League, look no further than Liverpool Football Club. He
I
already
think what
rejected.
it means, yeah. What I think what that means, Kyle, is because we're even though we're crap right now, we're still known as one of the biggest footballing institutions in the world.
but-
So we're lucky we have that. Whereas, I give an example. Someone like I shouldn't even use them because we drew against them. But you see, Spurs.
Yeah, obviously, we're way more attractive than Spurs.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we're still lucky that even if we are crap, we can at least still have that hope of, all right, because of the name and who we are, we might be able to still get a manager,
We
like a
also
top
have to
manager.
We also
You know what I'm saying?
have to understand the project that we're doing as well. Who's to say that Edwards and you say this is the sort of like protocol we want you to do, and the manager might just look at that and go, "Nah."
No, I hear that as well. I hear
Yeah,
that.
but here's the thing. Enrique rejected Chelsea because of that. So if they're going in for someone like that, they already know. Look, here's the thing with Enrique. Let me just break it down. I'm not saying Enrique is going to manage Liverpool. I'm saying we are monitoring that contract situation very closely. And if he refuses to sign a contract, then we will attempt for him in the summer. We're going to try. If it happens, it happens. If not, khalas, but we will try. And the other thing as well with Nagelsmann is, and this is why, like, bro, here's my thing with this Alonso thing. That's why I didn't agree with Tom. Tom, don't argue back, please. I don't want to know the whole hour section. The only thing is, I think Alonso is available already, and if we wanted to get him, we would have gotten him anyway right now. Yeah, like for me, I think this Alonso thing is more fan-driven. And I agree with Tom when he said he's on the list. Yes, he's on the list, but for me, he's like low on the list.
Yeah,
Tom
like
wants to be
number
a
3 or
villain.
something.
I understand now. Coppish lyrics, elevating every season. Not true.
No, it's true. That's actually facts.
This is Coppish. Big up to Jenny who says, big up everyone. Dark weekend, nothing to celebrate, but you never walk alone, looking for the golden sky. I know what your golden sky is, Jenny. I think you
Big
will
up,
be
Jenny.
happy again when Slot is sacked. That's when Jenny will actually like celebrate. You know,
100%.
so yeah, big up to you, Jenny. I think that's actually the news we're all waiting for. Spurs didn't just draw, they actually battered us. I agree with this. They actually should have won. Thanks, Allison, for saving us.
Yeah.
Big up to G Kluang who says, Don, keep up with your channel. Please believe in Slot 2. United fan here. Bro,
That's dark.
I don't want to cuss you out in Malay. You get me? I lived in Malaysia for a year and a half. I speak Isai Chakapa Malayu. You get me? Sicket. Don't make me. I cuss you out of Malay. I'm just gonna say tutup mulutmo. I'm not gonna say anything crazy, but you get me. Terima kasih for the super chat. Big up to Jack who says they only want a good boy coach, so we are effed. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, there's no evidence of that either.
No, I wouldn't go that far. Little bit. I think they just don't want a revolutionary like Klopp. Arne's slot is bad, but did you see the player attitude? Yes, we are pathetic and we are disgraceful, and I think that mentality comes from within the manager. And I think we don't fight. I think we don't fight enough on the pitch, and we're just soft. We're soft. Bring back Harvey and sack Arne is what Rod Mehta's saying. Hey, you want to fight? Harvey Elliott would have given you a fight. You best believe that.
Facts. I said this at the beginning of the season when we're getting rid.
Yeah. Big up. Callum has got a lot of things right this season. Salam, brother Hussam and everyone. Habibi, thank you for the super chat. But who's Hassan? It's the name of the channel, yeah. Salam, brother Hassan and everyone. I am beyond mad that Slot is here. Edwards and Hughes need to be held accountable. You'll never walk alone.
Facts.
By the way, don't feel bad about the whole Hassan thing. Callum calls me Saddam. I agree with you. I agree with you. Edwards and Hughes need to be held accountable. 100%.
Sam calls me Leroy.
Wow. That's a total lie. Tudor is worse than...
That's the first time I've seen you squirm. That's the first time.
That's the first time I've seen her there's nothing I can really say right now.
You actually made me laugh because I didn't think you had it in you, but fair enough, Callum. Fair enough. The Callum villain arc is true. I respect that. Fair enough. Tudor is worse than Cal with confusing people. Cal thinks Joe Rogan takes long throws. Pick up Cal getting old. He's yeah. What's the Joe Rogan throw-ins for Liverpool thing?
Basically, for a couple of shows in a row, like I just kept on saying the wrong names of people. So I was calling Morgan Gibbs White. I was calling Morgan Gibbs Rogers. Like for ages on the stream. I just kept on getting it confused. And then I was doing a show on the Sanderson show. And while I was speaking about UFC, someone sent me something about Joe Gomez. So I was like, yeah, even when Joe Gomez was commentating, and Ash was like, do you mean Joe Rogan, bro? So I was like, I've had like, Ash has just been on to me because he's caught me out like 4 or 5 times of just misspelling or missaying words.
Fair as Ash. I hear it. Big up to us. Jota says, Tom, did you actually want Patrick Van Aanholt?
Is that true, Tom?
You've had bad takes since you were in school. You just.
No, but the fact that Tom didn't respond straight away.
No, because I'm trying to remember how old.
Because 2016 you were in school, buddy.
No, it was 2017.
Yeah, 2017. Remember, because Robertson would. That was the Champions League.
I will have been
to the final.
I'll have been 15 that summer.
I think S. Jot actually knows you in real life, by the way. He said he's from Liverpool.
90% sure he doesn't. But no, I didn't say Van Aanholt over Robertson. I actually didn't care who our left back was. Surprisingly.
If Brentford win today, they are 2 points behind. Uncomfortable conversations. Guys, when you say it's uncomfortable conversations, it needs to be something that we haven't said 100 times. All 4 of us are slot out. There's nothing uncomfortable.
When have we been comfortable this season?
This is as comfortable as it gets.
For real, man.
90% of the Liverpool fan base want the manager gone. Even Anfield booed him yesterday. You get me? So, yeah. Big up to my guy Al Koroban again, who said Al Kroboskan, who says misspelled accidentally, brother. My bad. No, I'm just messing with you. It was just a segue to make a joke at Callum. So, yeah. Big up to you, Al Kroboskan. Thank you. Big up to Big Les, who says big up Hussam. Hope you're safe. I was in Bahrain. Hey, big up to you, Les. I'm glad you're home. You get me? Big up to you. Alhamdulillah, I'm safe. You get me? What God wants to happen will happen. So, big up to you, Les. Appreciate you, brother. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Can we get to 500 likes, please? I just want to go to Matt because he was a little bit quiet during that segment. So I want to ask him about the Galatasaray game before we won't stay for too long, just 10 minutes, and then we're going to get out of here. I want to talk about the Galatasaray a little bit.
All right.
So, Matt, Wednesday thoughts, please.
Well, we were supposed to beat Spurs, and I probably would have had a bit more of a positive outlook on the game. But Here's the thing. The only positive that we have, if I'm not mistaken, is that there's no traveling fans from Galatasaray for this game. Am I correct in that, guys?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. But do you want to know something? You know, Liverpool will be the only team to lose to a team that have no fans. You know, you can just see it already.
We won't lose. We'll draw.
But here's my thing. We should be going into that game with confidence and having that belief that we can roll over Galatasaray. But the reality is that's not the case. The reality is we just drew to one of the worst teams in the Premier League. And we look out of sorts. And Galatasaray, even without their traveling fans, I feel like would have looked at that game and gone, that's Liverpool that we got to play on Wednesday. They don't fear us. And that's an issue. No teams fear us anymore. I feel like any team that now goes to Anfield can feel like they can get something out of that game. I'm not confident. And I should be because it's Galatasaray and we are better than them. But this season, we've been so bad. So for me, for starters, you have to get the starting lineup correct. If we see Dominic Szoboszlai at right back and Frimpong right wing again, brother, just put the fries in the bag. And again, shout out to all them people that wanted Frimpong at right wing. Shout out to all them, man, that said because his pace is going to work. I will keep saying that. Because certain man thought that was the way to go. Certain man are saying that's a better option than Salah. Do you know what you could have done, in all honesty?
Didn't Callum say that?
No.
Drifty said that.
Bro,
I think Tom might have. I'm not sure. Did you, Tom? I'm not sure if he said Frimpong right wing. Did you?
No. I think it was one of Drifty or Callum. Didn't Drifty say it?
I don't even know if Drifty said that.
I don't even know if Drift said that.
Don't categorize.
I'm just saying.
Tom definitely didn't say that though.
No. I'm not saying Tom did. I'm just saying I don't know whether Tom did.
I think I said Frimpong's had a good game on right wing against Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't think he did either. I don't think he did either. But there's definitely people that whether I've seen content creators, people in the chat saying we should do Frimpong right wing. Here's the thing, and I've said it, and I went into detail about it. I was like, he's a right midfielder / right back / right wing back. Yeah, he can't play with his back to goal, and not only that, yeah, his crossing is very, very average. What I struggle to understand is why not just play Szoboszlai right wing and Frimpong right back. And I don't even rate Szoboszlai in a right wing position, but he can do a better job than Frimpong. Do you want to know why?
He can invert Frimpong's at the whole space.
Exactly. And technically, it's night and day. We don't need Szoboszlai to take on his fullback like that. But what Szoboszlai can do is create space because he's still way better technically than Jeremy Frimpong. And he can play with his back to goal. And at Leipzig, he used to play in a 4-2-2 formation. So what are we doing here? No one's asked you to be some auxiliary right winger. All Szoboszlai's got to do is just be a smart footballer. And that's something that he can do. So yeah, for me, Hassan, it all comes down to what players he decides. Is he going to play Cody Gakpo again up front? Is he going to allow Ekitike to start the game even though Ekitike was stinky and has been a bit stinky and his decision-making has been stinky? Maybe Ekitike won't feel like he has to make such an impact after coming off the bench. Maybe he can just play his natural game even though no excuses because his decision-making was shocking. That pass to Chiesa. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, Hassan, I'm not going to lie to you.
Can I say another thing? I know
a lot of things need to go right for us to win this game.
He's not
just before Callum says it, is anyone here actually confident we're going to win this Wednesday?
No, I'm not confident.
I think we go through. But
why?
I think
you didn't even say it confidently, though, bro.
No,
you don't believe that.
No, not fully believe it. But I feel like we'll scumbag our way through. But it's not going to be pretty. It won't be pretty.
Do you know how much times we said we're scumbag and we just don't do nothing?
No, I know. But I'll also sit here and I'll tell you, I'm not sitting there confident either.
Callum, I'm depressed.
Oh, bruv, I've been here since October. Guys.
We cannot do this anymore, bro.
I got rushed. When I said this in
Honestly, Wednesday, bro. I can't do this, bro. I actually can't. Like, I can't sit through another 90 minutes of crap, bro.
We're being cooked. We're being cooked week in, week out, and we can't even respond to anybody else. Like any other team, we can't respond. All people are doing, and don't get me wrong, it's not about other teams, but
you know how much I've been gaslit this season, Hassan.
Oh, it's dark.
Don't you remember the week after we beat Aston Villa and Real Madrid? How much
Yeah.
about Basney? Do you remember that?
Remember,
Who
we
did
turned the
that?
corner.
You.
We turned the corner. Remember?
Over going through it, bro. Since
Yeah, that was Jamie
October.
Phillips. Jamie Phillips has a lot of stinkers, I'll be honest with you.
Since
One day, you know,
October,
Jamie
I've been
Phillips,
going
you're my next target, yeah? I'm warning you. Jamie, I know you watch, yeah? Let me tell you something, Jamie. You're my next target.
If you go after
Matthias
Jamie, you're still
Fernandes.
going after-
You are you're picking a fight with someone who has no regard for your monetization.
I'm gonna say, bro, I don't think that's the route you want to go.
That better be a pre-record and enough edit. Get
No,
Joe
no,
in the
no,
editing straight away, bro.
Let me tell you something about
Jamie.
Jamie, bro, you won't win.
Yeah. Make it a pre-record and make sure Vel edits that video, bro. You have to.
Jamie Phillips spends 3 weeks calling Gravenberg Graven bitch, and then he says, I'm happy that he extended his contract. He wants Matthias Fernandes at West Ham. That guy absolutely sucks. And then he wants Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest. Matthias Fernandes.
They're good.
Matt,
They're good. They're good signings.
I have challenge for you. Man.
This is my
Next weekend, please just watch West Ham game.
On a real,
Nothing special. Nothing special, Matthias Fernandes.
This is what I'm saying.
Like,
why have we become so enamored with average and just?
I never said they're special.
No, I never said you. But
he is 10 years younger, Endo. That's it.
But but I will say this though. Don't tell me Elliot Anderson has not been a good player.
No,
and even if you don't, even if you don't think Elliot Anderson is like
Elliot Anderson's
special,
ceiling is Jordan Henderson for me.
Nah, Elliot Anderson's sick. I'm an Elliot
Anderson's a very Elliot.
This whole Matthias Fernandes, what? Because we got linked with him now. He's all of a sudden.
I'm not on that.
Hell, bro. Why can't we?
Also, Jamie Phillips gave Virgil a 6 yesterday, and Wirtz a 5. You gave Wirtz. You said Wirtz was okay, and he was playing passes. Jamie, I'm on to you. You know, I'm gonna be watching Liverpool Chats TV. Very
this is how crazy this fan base can be sometimes. We get linked with Camavinga. No, he's overrated. Don't get him. Linked with Matthias Fernandes. Yeah. I like that signing.
Yeah, that's the Liverpool fan base. That's true.
What?
I would rather Fernandes over Camavinga.
You forgot the other one, Cal. Get linked to Guehi. He's world class. Guehi's
whoa! Did you just hear what someone just said? Say that again, Tom.
I'd probably rather Matthias Fernandes at the minute than Camavinga because of his injuries.
Yeah, of course.
Due to the injuries.
Yeah. Camavinga, Real Madrid fucked Camavinga over with a knee injury in 2024, and he's not been able to stay fit since.
I can't even co-sign it, but the thing is, I
don't think people understand how many games Camavinga actually misses to injury.
I'm not signing him because of the injuries.
It's the injuries of Camavinga. He doesn't look like the shell of a player, though. Yeah.
But his shell of a player is still twice what Matthias Fernandes is. What are we doing there?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just availability. You're right. It's just availability.
In the last 3 seasons, Camavinga has missed 57 games through injury.
Where's Matthias Fernandes last season? Without
Southampton.
Oh, so
last season. What did he do?
He won their Player of the Year. I mean, they got relegated, but he won their Player of the Year, and I think he played around 32 games. I might be wrong. It might be a bit less, but he played around 32 games, I think. I'll tell you now. 36, 2 goals, 4 assists for quite comfortably one of the worst teams ever.
He's playing in the midfield.
So he was a bit more advanced for Southampton last season. So he was like I liken it to Klopp. You know that Klopp team this last season where he had Szoboszlai and McAllister next to each other, and one was always a bit more advanced. So Matthias Fernandes was closer to Szoboszlai at Southampton, and he's been closer to McAllister in terms of positioning at West Ham. But again, it's one of them ones where I just think that he's not a guy that you buy to start. I wouldn't buy Matthias Fernandes to start. He's not a starting level player.
We need starters in the midfield. Why are we buying non-starters?
Because I think he's an unbelievably good squad option who can play multiple roles. You do, Cal. You do. You need squad options.
You go and buy someone and you demote one of the players who's starting right now. That's how you build a big squad.
Yeah, but when you're selling half the players in the position because you need the money, you're gonna run out of players to demote.
For a start, we're not scrimping and scraping the barrel for money. And secondly, we're selling McAllister and Endo. Endo don't play. McAllister,
Jones is going to go as well.
Well, I'm not selling Jones.
I know you're not, but that's the matter of fact. He's probably going to go.
Still go and get me 2 starters or 2 starting level. If you're saying,
yeah.
if you're saying,
I'm not. Cal, I want us to get 2 starting level, and then I want I want 3 midfielders to come in, because I think that if you're going to get Alonso in, which is who I think is the most realistic and the one I want out of all the realistic ones, he plays so many different types of formation in terms of how he sets it up. You need the midfield options there, because you go from using anywhere from 2 to 5. You need the numbers there. Right now, we have 5 midfielders.
I just really want us as a fan base to change our ideology, and we're not underdogs anymore. Let's stop acting like it.
It's not about being underdogs, Cal, but those type of signings are the ones that we have success with.
Previously, we would have had success with this season's signings if we had a flipping capable manager.
I'm not.
Can I throw a name out there?
But when previously that was a model, we have a good track record of buying from mid-table to low-end Premier League teams, and they translate well into our team.
When
you can go through it. Sure. We haven't actually bought since Klopp from the new Isak, Kerkez. It's Kerkez who I think has been all right. He took a little bit of time to get going. But
more than all right. Kerkez been good this
season.
Kerkez
has been calm.
Yeah.
Do you know what's so mad? We don't speak about that enough, because
Ekitike's been fine this season.
Yeah,
it as a whole.
That's not. Yeah. My point isn't about have we bought Frankfurt strikers up. My point is our track record when we buy from mid-table to low-table Premier League. I can't think of many bad ones that we've had in the past 10 years. You had Robertson from Hull, Wijnaldum from Newcastle, Jota from Wolves.
I'll be back. One sec.
McAllister, Brighton were, to be fair, Brighton were probably.
And we also bought Fabinho from Monaco, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson Becker.
Van Dijk from a mid-table Premier League team.
But we all knew what Virgil was. Come on, man.
But he came. And again, Cal, I'm not saying you sign Fernandes instead of your Fabinho. I'm saying you buy them alongside him. You buy the main starters, and then Fernandes is the cherry on top, the guy that can cover in all the different roles. If Camavinga was fit, do you want to know what the difference is, Cal? I wouldn't be buying Camavinga and Fernandes to fill the same role in the squad. If I'm buying Camavinga, I'm buying him to be a starter.
No, I hear
If I'm buying Fernandes, I'm buying him to be a rotation piece.
I still think we could buy better than Fernandes to be a rotation player, personally.
I think that Matheus Fernandes fits everything that you want from a rotation player. He's got experience in the Premier League. He's adapted to the physicality of the Premier League. He can play in every role that you have in a midfield.
James Ward-Prowse
still only
applies to everything you just said.
Except he doesn't, because James Ward-Prowse can't play in the 6 because he's not mobile enough. And he's also 12 years older than Matheus Fernandes, who's only 20.
So is it an age thing then?
Yeah, that's an added bonus. Yeah, the fact that I'm buying someone who's got that level of quality already and he's only 21. 100% it is, because that's how you got to operate.
I'll be honest with you. No disrespect to Matheus Fernandes. I think you can go on the continent and find a Matheus Fernandes anywhere.
I agree.
You might be able to.
There's nothing special. You could find if Liverpool scouted properly, you could go to the French league and buy a Matheus Fernandes for 1 million.
If it's that easy, why the fuck don't all the other clubs in the Premier League do that to create squads?
Actually,
that are better, because it's not the case.
They kind of do.
Which clubs are consistently Brighton's model has been shit for the past 2 years. Name me a good Brighton side in the past 2 years.
Minter
was there beforehand. Minter was bought a couple of years ago. He just went out on loan.
No, he didn't. He was in Newcastle.
Sorry, yes. I've mixed up the Newcastle one. Sorry, you're right. He was on loan at final from Newcastle. Sorry, that's on me. So Minter, okay. Who else?
Didn't they sign the Soiper as well, or the Kuiper, whatever the hell his name is?
Oh, he has been fucking wank.
Pause.
No, he hasn't been.
He has. He's been horrendous.
Actually, I don't want to answer your question because I feel like every player you insult now will cook us on Saturday.
Yeah.
They can't. I could say they're all amazing. They do the same thing because we are not good. It doesn't matter. But if I look at the Premier League table right now, where are Brighton?
12th. That's what they usually are anyway.
12th. They're 12th. If I go look at their players, their best players this season, and I'm looking for the guys who were signed in the last 2 years, should we say? Who am I going to find?
Of Matheus Fernandes. Let's leave this. Guys, we have an international break in 2 weeks. We can have this conversation. In terms of the Galatasaray game this Wednesday, Callum, how do you feel?
Worried, dejected, frustrated, and just need to see the game happen. As I said, I think we get through, but I don't think we're sitting there at full time going, yeah, wow, we really bounced back. I don't think that. And if we have, it's going to feel like a false happy anyway, because it's just like we know something's around the corner that's going to be bad anyway.
Why do you think we go through? Why?
Why do I think we go through?
Yeah, why?
Honestly, Hassam, I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. It's just a feeling I have, but I can't justify it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and disrespect anyone else in the chat and try and do the whole because of this, because of that. No, I just have a little feeling we'll go through, but I can't justify it. We're terrible at the moment. Can't justify it, Sam.
Just hopium, basically.
Yeah, on the real, yeah. Sorry, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna as I said, I'm not gonna disrespect you lot by lying to you. Like, it's hopium. I feel as though because of the quality of players we have, I feel like we should get past Galatasaray. But I thought about Spurs, thought about Galatasaray in the first leg, and got egg on my face. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, because this player's out for them, or that victory that they had was marred in controversy, bro. We're just Liverpool at the moment. You don't know what you're gonna get. Oh, in fact, no, you do know what you're gonna get. You just don't know how lucky we'll get in the game for things to work out for us, because that's what we're relying on right now: luck and individual brilliance. Sad state of affairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sad.
We're gonna draw. I think we're gonna draw and we're gonna go out. I think we're gonna draw 1-1. I think I think that we will spend the first half missing some chances, but they'll be like the sort of if they can just step it up a level in the second half, might get there, and then they'll score a corner within the first 5 minutes of the second half, and everything will drop, and then he'll bring Rio on off the bench, and Rio will give us a moment, and then he'll put a crossing or something, and we'll get a scrappy goal, and it'll be 1-1 with 20 minutes to go, and we'll be banging on the door, trying to get in. We'll hit the bar or the post in like the last 5 minutes, and then we'll go out 1-1 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate.
Since you're predicting everything, do you think Osimhen bullies Van Dijk for the goal?
He probably bullies Konate for the goal, yeah, because that's who he targets.
Okay. It's like you target Konate on every stream.
I mean, am I wrong for saying that Osimhen targeted Konate in the last game?
Hey, just no, I've no words. I'm just.
No, I'm not gonna. You're trying to
just
get
asking. I'm just asking.
You're trying to get a reaction.
I'm asking Tom a question.
Not you.
Asking Tom a question, bro. I'm just asking Tom a question. That's it. I'm not trying to get a reaction at all. I don't need another week of reaction.
Mind you, your standards for bullying are so incredibly low that fucking everyone in our team gets bullied because
I'm asking you. You're the one making a prediction. We'll draw. So I'm just saying. You said he'll bully Konate. Fair enough. That's it. Just asking, guys.
That's kind of interesting, though. Just out of interest, though, who do you like? See against like
Matt,
those?
You're doing it again. You're doing it again.
No, I was asking a question. I was asking a question. I was supposed to ask Tom a specific question. Just a specific question. Do you think? You see, when it comes to like the tall profile of strikers, like tall strikers, athletic, who deals with them better in your opinion, Van Dijk or Konate? In your opinion, who deals with them?
Van Dijk.
What about you, Cal?
I think Virgil deals with it better, but Ibu has to deal with it more.
Yeah.
What about you?
Teams target Konate because he's not Van Dijk. In the same way, teams targeted Matip because he wasn't Van Dijk.
Who deals with it better?
The thing is, didn't Virgil come out and say like he hates playing against that type of striker anyway? Like jokes aside, like he's actually said it like about
no centre back likes to play against a tall.
No, a lot of centre backs do like to play against that. You know that, Tom. Some centre backs like I'll tell you something. I think Virgil is better against like an Aguero type. He's very good against these type of strikers.
Konate's better against.
I agree.
Konate's better against those types because he bullies them.
I disagree. Do you want to know something? If you go and watch the games carefully, anytime Virgil is up against those kind of profile of centre backs, Konate gets worried. Do you know that? Just keep your eye on it. I need people to like look at what happens. Well, remember, this ain't prime DVD. In this prime, Virgil would any centre back. It don't matter if it's
which type of striker are you saying here? The tall
So
ones
you see
or
like the
small
tool.
ones?
So you see like just right now in
The
Virgil's
Osimhen
career now.
prototype, basically.
Yeah, say like the Osimhen prototype of, even though Osimhen will give anyone problems, yeah, and obviously Kanate was terrible. What I'm saying
And he
is
was terrible the one beforehand as
yeah,
well.
no. But in general, if you go much throughout the season, in general, Virgil struggled against those type of profiler strikers more so than Kanate. In general, he does now.
Okay,
not previously.
so list me.
I'm saying right now
No,
because that's why they double up sometimes.
Give me a list of the strikers who
Let
fit
me
that mold.
land. All right,
Give me a list
does
of strikers that mold.
Virgil struggle against Beto
Yeah,
from
both of them do.
Everton?
Both of them do.
I'm asking about Virgil. Does Virgil struggle against Beto?
Yes, he has done at points.
Did he struggle against the wall striker?
Who? Arokadare.
Who? The guy that's like 6'7" or whatever.
Okay, Arokadare beat him to a header once. Yes.
Oh my!
No,
Wait there. You said give me your names. Let me land the names. Sorry, who's the other Everton striker? Sam, the other one. Not Beto. There's another one that's tall. What's his name?
Tieno Barry.
Does he cause Virgil problems? Yes or no?
No. I know that because they fucking played this season and he didn't do anything. And again, we can swing this the other way. You know, when we played Man City and Haaland, who was the one who fucked up in both games against Haaland because he couldn't handle them in the air? Kanate. Who was the one who fucked up against Mateta?
Wait there. We understand Kanate is more prone to make, even I know this, yeah. Kanate is more prone to make a mistake. But what I'm saying is, in general, this isn't a slight at Virgil. One thing I've noticed is that as Virgil's gotten older, he struggles more to contain those type of strikers, whereas before he could just deal with them easily. But obviously, age does catch up with you. And what I'm saying is, Kanate being like the enforcer now, sort of almost like, for me, sometimes overdoes things, overcommits because he's worried about Virgil. Because they sometimes double up on the striker.
But that's the wrong thing. Then I'm not blaming.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Van Dijk. I'm not blaming Van Dijk because Kanate's getting all fucking. Ooh, I'm a bit edgy. Van Dijk wasn't great against Galatasaray. It doesn't excuse Kanate getting ragdolled by Osimhen for multiple.
I never said it excuse. No, but you're missing my point though. Again,
no,
did I say? I literally said
Kanate
is more prone to making mistakes than Virgil. That's a fact. I'm saying that. But as
Virgil's
gotten older, he's struggling to contain those profile of strikers. Hence why I feel like at times in games, Kanate sort of overcommits onto Virgil's side. We've seen it a few times.
So do you think Kanate contains them? Do you think Kanate contains them?
He can contain them better. If Kanate doesn't,
disagree.
If Kanate doesn't, if you're gonna ask me a question, at least let me respond. If Kanate, doesn't make an error, he will deal with them. For example, Gyökeres. Even though Gyökeres is crap, we can say he's crap all that. Kanate is the one that will take on that responsibility, not Virgil.
It's because they target him. They target his side. Why is that so hard to understand?
So you're saying every single striker, so Beto, the wall striker, and whoever, I can't remember the other guy's name, Thierry Barry, they targeted Kanate, but Virgil was the one that was dealing with them. Huh? Make it make sense, please.
You're saying the wall
striker.
Make it make sense. You're saying the wall striker like it was a consistent thing. It was one header. It was one header. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Beto, yes, Beto's got him. Beto got him last season, and he got him.
You're saying Tolu beat Van Dijk in the air for the goal we conceded. That's what you're saying. Tolu beat Van Dijk in the air for the goal we conceded.
Have you seen the amount of times you've seen Virgil go to the ground? You know when teams
started the other game, did not.
Virgil out. When teams draw Virgil out to the channels, you know Virgil doesn't look as comfortable as he should, like now in today's. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Kanate.
Oh my. Am I going mad, guys? Can I just?
Are we forgetting what happened this season?
Wait.
Callum, I think this is the topic.
Cal, genuine question. Cal, genuine question. Who's a better channel defender, Cal? Virgil or Kanate? Is it even a debate at this stage of Virgil's career?
I think Ibu's a better channel defender.
Is it even close?
It's difficult to say whether it's close or not because Virgil doesn't do it as much. He doesn't really like to go out there as much.
He doesn't like to, but if he gets dragged out there, doesn't it look a bit? But I think Virgil's still sick, you know. Like, I don't think people understand what I'm saying.
Kanate is a better channel defender.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, and this isn't to slight Virgil. All I'm saying is, I think Virgil, as he's gotten older, maybe struggles with a certain profile of striker, whereas he never used to. Remember, Virgil never had no weaknesses. All I'm saying is, as he's gotten older...
No, but you're saying struggle like it's a consistent thing, but we can only name outside of a moment in a Wolves game.
No, do you know what it is? I'll be real. Those are just the ones that obviously, because not everyone
do you know who used to do it as well? Isak used to cause Van Dijk problems. I'll give you that one. Isak used to cause them the problems.
That's what I'm saying. That profile of striker.
He's not the same as the profile you mentioned because he's not physical like that. He's scrawny.
No, so when I say that, you're thinking of it too at base level. What I'm saying is like them tall kind of lank. So them tall that. So the strikers are normally about 6'3", 6'4". Yeah,
right, okay.
The striker's more likely or not going to be. He's either going to be kind of agile, like a bit like an Isak, or he's going to be very powerful. And I think it's more to do with the height. When teams match up, when a striker matches up with Virgil with the height thing, there's times when I feel like he finds it a bit more difficult, whereas before it used to be calm. That's all I'm saying, you know. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, Van Dijk is not as good as he once was. But if I'm sitting there now, I'm going, who do I? He's
still the best defender at the club, by the way. When I say these things, you know.
But if you're sitting there now telling me who do I think deals with those type of strikers better, it's still Van Dijk. Because
all right. So let me ask Konate. The last thing I'll say.
I've seen Konate this season go up against those type of strikers and be bullied on a more consistent basis than I see it with Van Dijk. No. See, this is why I disagree. Cal, you're non-biased in this, yeah? In your honest opinion, who do you think has struggled more with those profiler strikers this season, in your opinion? Who struggled more? Honestly, because you know what it is, people do the whole, Konate will make a mistake, for example, give away a penalty, but had nothing to do with the profile striker. That's just dumb decision making. Like people just trying to put 2 and 2 together and just think that's him.
Konate's probably struggled more this season, but only because he's dealing with it more. Virgil don't really deal with that striker anymore. Like Konate deals with it now. So if Konate, like, if there's a physical striker and they have about 12 duels, I suspect 9 of them will be with Konate and 3 will be with Virgil. So Virgil might win his 2 and it will look like, oh yeah, Virgil dominated my man. Whereas Konate will probably have to deal with 9, probably win 6 and lose 3, and people are like, oof, Konate got it a little bit like today. So I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, we're struggling defending.
We're just struggling, innit? Yeah, there's no point. We're struggling, bro.
But ultimately,
I think Konate is better at winning headers against other centre backs. Big up to Promo who says Fernandes and Anderson both better than Mac easily. Yeah, Promo, of course, man. Khalas, now it's popular. Everyone just shit on Mac because he's slow. Let's not forget, a lot of the problems of McAllister is actually his athleticism. So it's not his football ability or decision making. It's actually his athleticism.
No, which I think there is footballing ability there. Do you know what? This is another thing that really winds me up. There is this notion that McAllister's only been bad this season because he's slow and all. No, he gets caught on the ball and caught in possession a lot. He's not press resistant. His passing is just good. It's not this pedestal passing that we've been put on his pedestal with.
It's pedestal compared to Gravenberg. That's it.
It's not even pedestal compared to Gravenberg. He's a better passer than Gravenberg, but it's not night and day like he's made out. I don't see McAllister pick up the ball and spray the ball and pass it through the lines and punch it into feet regularly.
Callum, when you watch Gravenberg pass, you know you've been watching football for a long time. Let's not even get into the debate.
Hold on, wait.
You know that Gravenberg passing is not crisp enough. It's always like fizz at the player.
Why is it when I speak about McAllister's passing, you start mentioning Gravenberg?
I said no, but it's just because of the pedestal thing. Because you said his passing is on a pedestal.
Hold on.
You said his passing is on a pedestal. That's it.
Simple question.
We're doing this debate again for like the 5th week. No,
simple question.
No one's gonna give up.
Simple question. I spoke about McAllister. Why are you now bringing up Gravenberg?
I brought it up only to answer your question. That's it. You said
my question.
You said we put. Can I explain it in 10 seconds?
No,
you said
to explain.
You said McAllister's passing is on a pedestal. I said it's on a pedestal compared to Gravenberg. That's it.
You have an agenda against Gravenberg then? Because I've only spoken about McAllister.
No, I don't. You want to talk about McAllister? We can, no problem.
You brought Gravenberg twice. I never once mentioned Gravenberg, Szoboszlai, Jones, no one. I just
Okay.
mentioned
You want to talk
McAllister.
about McAllister? We can. I don't mind. What do you want to say
Are
about McAllister?
you able to speak about McAllister without bringing anyone else into it? That's the question.
Yeah, I can talk about McAllister. No
Oh.
problem.
Okay, cool. Because what I'm saying is clearly McAllister's a good footballer, but we put him on this pedestal whereby we say, oh, it's only because he's slowed down. That no, he's always been this speed, but his passing is good. It's not fantastic. His game is limited. He's not press resistant. He's a good midfielder. But when I say this, but what about Grav? What about Sobo? What about Jones? We can speak about a player and there can still be other players worse than that player. But McAllister is not this all-conquering midfielder. McAllister's been a big problem for us this season. And yes, the manager's also played him when he shouldn't, but he's been bad this season.
Okay, for me about McAllister, I think his problem is his athleticism. That's it. I think he's good on the tackle. I think he's good on the ball. I think he's complete technically. I think he can do anything that you want on the football. And I actually, in the final third as a midfielder, he's probably our best passer in the final third as a midfielder. So if we can just get like next to him, I'm not talking about anyone else. I'm just talking about the system and how he plays.
Say
I think
it, Tom.
if we can just get next to him a DM that's more defensive and we can push him further up the pitch, I think he'd be a lot more effective and a lot better for us. I think we need a DM that is right in front of the center backs and is more of a destroyer prototype, or you can just go all out technical.
So how does the ball get there? How does the ball get?
No, really.
I think those two are better than McAllister, though. Probably. I don't. By the way, Fernandes is not athletic himself, and he's a worse footballer. And Elliot Anderson.
You watch the same fucking
Can
football.
I talk? I don't base my opinions just based off this season. This guy just out here. You leaned back when Callum said we need another left winger. You leaned back when Callum said we need another centre back. You leaned back when Callum called out Bradley. So be quiet. Let me speak. Anyway, you've spoken this 2-hour show like an hour and 45 minutes.
Fernandes isn't athletic.
Matthias Fernandes is not a good midfielder. He's not even athletic. Okay, I think he's just average, like at a lot of stuff. I think his ceiling is Jordan Henderson. Elliot Anderson is overrated as hell as well. One of the overrated players. If you want to talk about players better than McAllister, I can name you a whole list, but these two aren't on them. You know, if you want to talk about Wharton, he's better than McAllister, you know, because that's a player who's actually very good technically. Yes, he might not be as athletic. He might be a bit more athletic than McAllister, but he's not athletic in general. But he's elite when it comes to you know, elite when it comes to like his ball playing. Wharton, that is. So yeah, I just don't think, bro. Some of these players, I'll be honest with you. Callum is right earlier. Some of you guys just love mediocrity. All this Fernandes and Anderson, just put it in the bag, man. It's just they're just not that guy. Fernandes is gonna be the Norgard for Pool, Tom. Yeah, that's what he wants.
Matthias Fernandes is better than Christian Norgard.
Similar level, in my opinion. Similar level.
Have you watched?
You know what? I'm not even.
You know how many West Ham watch-alongs I've done this season?
I'm not.
You know, if I write right now on my channel West Ham watch-along, how many will load up? Let me tell you, yeah. There are 35 West Ham watch-alongs on the channel
this season,
and you're telling me I haven't watched.
They can't be this season because they haven't played 35 games.
No, I'm saying 35 on the channel in general. I haven't even brought up the Southampton watch-alongs from last season. Don't act like I don't watch the guy just because I don't rate him.
No, I know you don't watch him because you're saying he's not athletic. He's one of the more athletic midfielders in the league.
You can ask people in my chat on my watch-alongs when I'm like, guys, watch Matthias Fernandes jogging back here. He's not athletic at all, what you make out. Declan Rice
That doesn't mean he's not athletic. If he... oh my God. Dominic Szoboszlai jogs back, you know. He's fucking athletic.
No, Dominic Szoboszlai is very athletic.
But Dominic Szoboszlai jogs back. Well, you've just said, look at Matthias Fernandes jogs back. He's not athletic.
He's not. Matthias Fernandes is not quick enough at all. I think Szoboszlai would beat him in a foot race by far.
Szoboszlai would beat most midfielders in a foot race.
No,
he's
but I think I think Szoboszlai would get to the other goal while Fernandes is still in midfield. I don't try. Bro, I told people. Okay, we did watch-alongs. I promise you, everyone in the chat will vouch who was there. We did watch-alongs where I'm like, guys, just watch Matthias Fernandes. He's actually not athletic. He's not. He's legit not athletic. There's
Sam,
no.
but you make it. The reason why Tom's getting annoyed is because you're making it seem like he's saying Matthias Fernandes or is Soboslai. No one's saying that. But you still can't say he's not athletic. He's just not as athletic as Soboslai, who's probably the most athletic centre mid in the Prem. So when you say things like, "Oh well," if someone's jogging back, doesn't mean that they're not athletic. That's just more to do with design. They can't be asked. That's got nothing to do about they're not athletic, bro. In my opinion, anyway.
Okay, here's the thing. I hear where you're coming
Am I right?
from,
Is that what you're trying to say, Tom? Minute.
I hear where you're coming from, but here's my thing.
I just think
I'm at the Callum stage now, where I think a lot of these Liverpool fans, like this guy next to us, loves mediocrity. Like if you go like, oh, would you take Chouameni? No, I wouldn't take Chouameni. I think he's overrated, bro. But as soon as you bring up Matheus Fernandes, oh, Matheus Fernandes is a good player. Oh, we can sign him for 12 million so he can come around and be the younger version of Endo. Allow it, man. That guy is nothing special. He's just an average footballer. Can I talk? Can I talk? If I go to the French league right now, if me, Matt, and Callum this weekend says F the Premier League, and we sit here and we just watch Ligue A the whole day, I promise you we can find 15 Matheus Fernandes for 1 million. He's nothing special, just another average footballer. But just because
Matheus Fernandes is better than McAllister. I'd rather have Matheus Fernandes over McAllister.
Okay, no problem. But just because Promo's upset at McAllister and wants to get rid of him doesn't mean that get rid of McAllister and get random guy. And this has been my message all season long. It's the same thing with Salah. Don't tell me sell Salah, because I'll give you an example. Last stream we did, so some guy said get rid of Mo and buy Minte.
Yeah, that's stupid. You wouldn't do that one because Minte's not.
Minte is another example of like people loving mediocrity. So this
Minte's not the mediocrity in the way that Fernandes is.
I want Adam Morton. That's who I want.
Adam Morton's great, but Adam Morton needs a guy that we don't have to really work alongside of. If you put Adam Morton, no, because Soboslai's not
someone more defensive minded.
Soboslai's going to be going up there, and Morton's going to be left on an island on his fucking own. Ideally, and again, you're not going to like this because his ceiling's only Jordan Henderson. The best pivot option to go alongside of Wharton in the Premier League is a guy like a Rice or an Anderson, a guy who they can get forward if you're in need of a goal, but their strength is sitting in a pivot and being able to do the hard yards.
I just want to say something positive. I'm from Australia. And every time I listen to Slot, I have to fart. Hey, don't drink.
I like
chat.
beer as well.
Don't drink. Donation to Tom's smoke alarm battery. It's him. Everyone clocked now, but he's just not going to get a change.
I literally just heard it just then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you pointed out, he's just gonna. I get it. Tom stand on business. He's like, you lot talk about. I ain't doing it now.
W. Callum, that cooking was inspired. Yeah, I don't know.
Generational cooking, 100%. That'll be there for the ages.
I've never seen you send the message that isn't working on Callum M16. I don't even want to get him started again.
But his hair on Coppish, Sanderson show, it's like my name's always there. Like, bro, get a life, man. I have a wife and kids, bro. Get a life.
Lyrics of Coppish, new lyrics. What in the name of garbage every season? Hey, we need to get rid of Slot, man. We need to get rid of Slot. Funny part is this Friday, inshallah, is Eid, and the best Eid news we can hear is Slot sacked. Thursday. I actually feel bad that we do watch-alongs. Like, I actually feel bad for us. This guy you see this guy right here, he doesn't have this experience. You don't understand the watch-along experience. It's actually depressing. Like,
when you don't even want to do the watch-along. You don't even want to do it because you already know what's going to happen. And then you got to do the post-matches, and it's just, bruv, I just want to fast forward. I don't even want to, I just want to fast forward past but then I just remembered. Who have we got 12:30 on Saturday?
Brighton. Away.
This is Coppish.
Seagulls and that. I hear it.
This is Coppish. We're going to lose Saturday, by the way. Hope you guys are ready mentally. Yeah, be ready. 12:30 kickoff after a Wednesday night game. Yeah, allow it, bro. Allow it. That one is that immediate L right there. 100%. And Brighton as well. Oh, Brighton gonna high press us. Yeah, we won't be arsed for that game right there. 100%. Anyway, all the links are in the description. I love you all. Thank you guys so much for joining us on yet another stream. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you, please like and subscribe. Matt Kopish. You can find him on Kopish. And the Matt One Show. That's where you can find him. The Matt One Show. He's done a couple of FIFA streams, couple of gaming streams as well. So go subscribe. Sanderson Show is where you can find UFC content. You get me? You'll see me in the comment section as well of that. Watch-alongs. Alongside Luke and Jamie, the new fraud now on the market. Jamie Phillips.
MCP probably over there as well.
So go over there, subscribe to Kopish as well for more fraudulent player ratings. You get me? And subscribe to Tom Little, the one on YouTube, Insta, Twitter, the works. You get me? Promo. Next time I watch West Ham, I just want you there with me. Me and you are gonna just focus on Matheus Fernandes for a game, and you'll see what I'm telling you about. Anyway, love you all. Sam said Anderson's overrated. Another L take. I stick by that. A lot of my takes have been accurate this season. So, yeah. Love you all. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later tonight on A-Listers at 8 p.m. UK time as well. Yalla. See you, Habibis.
Love peace.